$95 down. We've also got Tom Brown's favorite tagline, 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
ESPN Radio, presented by Progressive Insurance. They offer auto, home, and commercial auto insurance. Visit progressive.com. So, let's take this call real quick. Corey in Iowa has been hanging on for almost 3 hours. What's up, Corey?
Hey, Rich, how's it going?
I've got about a minute for you. What's up, Corey?
Number one, how about them Vikings?
Hey, man, that was awesome for you and your fans and your fellow fans. And listen, I'm obviously a big J.J. McCarthy lover, and I think that fourth quarter is the type of quarterback you're going to see more often than not. I really do.
I agree. Are you doing the games in Ireland and London?
I am not. I'm doing games in London, but not the Vikings and the Browns or the game in Ireland. I'm doing the 2 games after that. I'm doing Jets, Broncos, and then Rams and Jaguars.
Awesome. And then the last question real quick is, now that you're on Disney Plus, does that make Susie Schuster a Disney princess?
Ah, Chris, what do you think? Disney princess?
Sure.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, it does, Corey. I'll bounce that one off her, and I'll let you know tomorrow how she takes it. I'll do that. You got it. You got it. You got it. Should I say that to her every single time I tell her to let it go? Hey, listen, we have to agree to disagree. Just let it go. Cold doesn't bother me anyway, although she knows it really does.
Yeah. Because we live in California now.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Yeah,
blood is thinned out.
Thins out.
Commanders, Packers. What do you have?
Go, Pack, go.
TJ Jefferson, Commanders, Packers.
Give it to me, feller.
Macca.
Is the guy?
That's the guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
You?
Oh, I'm going back and forth, but I think there's one difference maker.
Macca. That's keep me on my toes.
Keep going. Can I keep going? I just think, listen, I think Jaden Daniels is going to have a big night, but at some point there's going to be
Macca
to deal with.
Yeah, he's going to have to deal with that.
Yeah. Just trying different ways to go ahead and do that sort
A
of
Micah Parsons problem.
It's a Micah Parsons project.
BLT.
That was funny yesterday, too. My gosh. How cool was that with Kyle McLaughlin? Him saying that he said no to Sex in the City, but David Lynch is just like, oh, I'll try that. Have you seen Blue Velvet? You ever seen that?
Have not.
It is
Years ago.
disturbing, to say the least. And I don't blame
his mom
his
for being
mom
like,
for basically saying, I'm just going to freeze him out.
WTF.
I just saw this script, and I'm freezing my own son out. Yeah,
That's what I'm
man.
saying.
It is.
Man.
And that scene with Dennis Hopper and Isabella Rossellini is disturbing. It's like, what is going on in David Lynch's skull? And then comes Twin Peaks after all of that. Now, that was television that you didn't see anywhere else. That probably predates you. You were a little kid.
Yeah, it was a little before my time.
I was watching it in high school with my buddies, so can't wait to send him that segment right there of him just looking right in the camera as Special Agent Cooper with a mug saying, it's a damn fine cup of coffee. Fantastic. This is just great. On tomorrow's program, Michael Chiklis is coming. I got a text him saying, bring your dog.
Bring Tom Brady.
Tom Brady, TB12.
Let's go.
The pug. And so that'll be in studio. Tom Pelissero as well. Cam Hayward will be on the program.
Hey,
that's on Friday, whether you're streaming us on Disney Plus or ESPN, the app ever, or ESPN Radio, presented by Progressive Insurance. We'll be back to wrap up the show on Disney Plus in a moment. Everyone else, we'll chat Friday.
Jen has ordered a decadent seafood tower, king crab legs, lobster tails, and a waterfall of caviar. Pricey? You bet. But Jen worked with Empower on her savings and investment strategy and planned for splurges like these. She got good at money, so she can be a little bad. Ooh, champagne. Empower. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Past performance is not indicative of future returns. Investing involves risk. You may lose money. Advisory services are provided for a fee by Empower Advisory Group, LLC, EAG, a registered investment advisor with the Securities and Exchange Commission. OMG, those shrimps are really jumbo.
From kickoff to cash out, ESPN Bet has the tools you need to score more on game days. Bet smarter with stats at your fingertips. Get personalized parlays built just for you. And with your fantasy team synced right in the app, you can back your squad. Right now, new customers get $100 in bonus bets when you bet $10. Sign up with promo code USL to get started. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Parker Bird for my friends at Shimmer Boutique. Arrivals are here from all your favorite brands like Kinder Scott, Yeti, Local Boy, Pimp Shrimp, Simply Southern, and a lot more. Shop now at shimmerboutiqueonline.com and receive free shipping on all orders over $100. And don't forget, Shimmer is your place to get your very own Parker Bird shirt, available in youth and adult sizes. Shimmer in Greenville, Winterville, Jacksonville, and Shimmer Boutique online.com. Go Pirates.
This is Dr. Hasty from Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center. Our practice has been caring for the athletes at ECU and the residents of Eastern North Carolina for more than 35 years. Whether it's treatment for your sports injury or it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care. We also offer on-site physical therapy and MRI services, as well as a walk-in urgent care on the weekends from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Call us at 757-BONE or visit us online at orthoeast.com. Go Pirates.
Want to make your day better? You can now order 2 large original crust one-topping pizzas from Papa John's for only $9.99 each. Take advantage of this awesome carry-out special now by logging on to papajohns.com and make today a pizza day for only $9.99 each. Papa John's is the MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards and start earning points for your favorite menu items. Go Pirates!
Hey Pirate Nation, are you in the market for a member-focused local credit union or making a switch from your existing one? Then explore First Flight Credit Union with branches across Eastern North Carolina where all residents are membership eligible. First Flight members experience in-person service, competitive savings, and loan rates. Everything from automobile, boat, and home loans, First Flight has you covered. First Flight is more than just a branch. They're on a mission to take better care of our community. Stop by one of their local branches today or visit efirstflight.com. First Flight is insured by the NCUA and an equal housing lender.
Pirate Nation, your dream home starts with Unshakable Builders. Now building in Sutherland Estates in Greenville and Dolostone Court in Wilson with homes available now. And stay tuned, Cross Creek Townhomes in Greenville and Whitaker Glen in Farmville are coming soon. Browse available homes, explore floor plans, and see past projects today at unshakablebuilders.com. Have questions? Use live chat, fill out the contact form, or call the office at 814-9105. Unshakable Builders, build on a solid foundation.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Caroline Cook, and if you need an experienced realtor from Eastern North Carolina that was born a pirate, then give me a call. I'm committed to helping you find your dream home, selling your property for the best possible price, and providing top-notch real estate services. I pride myself on local knowledge, professionalism, and commitment to exceeding your expectations. Explore my website, CarolineCookHomes.com, to learn more about the services I provide and the properties I have to offer. Start your real estate journey today by calling 341-1992. Go Pirates.
Are you tired of dealing with IT headaches? Does this sound familiar? Phones, Wi-Fi, or email always acting up? Are you afraid of phishing scams, data breaches, or ransomware attacks? Every minute your systems are down, you're losing money. If you're nodding your head, it's time to call cybersharks.net. We handle IT so you can focus on growing your business. Fast, reliable, and always there when you need us. Call 321-7800 today and get IT support that actually works. Cybersharks.net. We keep your business swimming.
It's bow time. Sure, you've had a sausage biscuit before, but have you had the smoked sausage biscuit from Bojangles? Well, now is your chance. Juicy, slow-cooked smoked sausage is grilled to perfection and served on a fluffy, made-from-scratch buttermilk biscuit. No one does breakfast like Bojangles, and this smoked sausage biscuit doesn't disappoint. Right now, you can get 2 for just $5. Start your day with this flavor-packed deal while it lasts. It's bow time.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
Afternoon, everybody.
Man, that was just lackadaisical, man.
It was what now?
Lackadaisical.
We got Jarrett here. Hey, Jarrett.
Hey-o.
And we got left side.
Strong side.
I shouldn't be held accountable for a grown man's athleticism.
I heard you say that, and I would have to agree with you, to be honest.
Wait, what? You agree with me?
I agree.
Do you hear that?
Yeah.
Flip that, Shirley.
Got a little taco meat on my chest.
I pay for AI. I can't help it. I mean, that was before I was medicated, man.
What? I don't know. It was not my idea.
That's all. I love y'all, man.
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Welcome in to a Thursday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Clip Brock here with you inside the Pirate Radio studios. Coming to you on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. We're on 1250, 930 online, PR927FM.com. We're on the all-new Pirate Radio app. If you Apple customers don't have it yet, get it right now. What are you waiting for? Just a couple of clicks. Work out your thumb a little bit and get that app. We are also on Pirate Radio TV, where the content never stops, including a new edition of the Holt Naylor Show with Tegan Wilk, a chat with the play-by-play voice of the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers, Chris Burgin, which I did a couple of hours ago. You will hear that coming up on today's show. And if you are running in a store, running in the bank, doing something, you missed the interview, no problem. It's on YouTube in perpetuity whenever you want it. Check out my chat with Chris Burgin. He was fun to talk to. Good dude. And good preview, X and O scouting report on Coastal Carolina. We got that coming up later on in today's show. We got Jeff Nadu coming up on today's show. We'll talk Manders, Packers, and of course Pirates, Chanticleers. He's got a bit of a lean on both of those games. So you hear what Nadu thinks. Coming up later on in the show, former Pirate Will Coates will join us. Will joined us last week with Bryce and knows what he's talking about. Well, 2 weeks ago. Don't shake your head at me like that. That was very condescending. I mean, nobody's perfect. And you should know that. I'll tell you who I'm talking to in just a moment for you radio audience. 2 weeks ago, Will Coates joined us, and looking forward to getting more of his insights. He's now had a couple of games to break down from the O-line, and we'll get his take on that. Also, Coach Hud, Greg Hudson, will join us, I believe, live from South Bend. He asked could he do a video chat with us, and we can't do that live. And then he sent me a middle finger emoji, which is his right to do. I didn't appreciate it, but I'm not going to tell him that. I mean, he's an old man, but could probably still kick my ass if we're being hunted about it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you don't win with turds.
Exactly. Also, hey, Zach Kaplan will join us.
Hey, Zach.
Coming up here in just a few minutes. We got Shirley Rhodes here. We got Nick joining us, the artist is back. And to my left, we have Jared Watkins, also known as J-Bone.
Jared Watkins, also known as J-Bone.
Hey, what's going on, C-Bo?
My guy.
My God!
Nick, I don't know if you heard the news. You probably did. It's really going around. I have a new nickname that Jared came up with for me all by himself. Sibo is my nickname. And, yeah, I appreciate you giving me that nickname, Jared.
Yeah, now it's kind of just a joke. You asked me to start saying that, and it's kind of fun saying it.
I don't think I ever asked you to start saying that.
Well, you insinuated that you wanted to be.
Here's how I described it to my wife when I played her the clip last night. Manipulation.
Manipulation
is what I would call it.
But it is very fun to say. It makes me chuckle.
First thing,
you ran out the door at trivia last night, and I wanted to yell across the whole restaurant, be like, "Hey, see you, Sibo!"
Oh man, hit me next week with one. But first thing I heard today when I came in here, what's up, Sibo? God, it made me feel so good,
Sibo.
I appreciate that. And I did not come up with that on my own. That was Jared who came up with that.
But no, man, I'm starting to see this rain jacket from a different perspective. Looks really good. Shout out Ellerby.
Okay.
This is new.
That is new. That's Gore-Tex.
Yeah.
I have one over there, but it's not as nice as that one.
Does it have Pirate Radio logo on it?
You are so excited that you have this jacket that nobody else has.
Yeah.
You're like, I got this new jacket. Nobody else has it. And you're right. Like,
not as nice, but I do have a jacket with the Pirate Radio logo. But again, yours is better. I'll give it to you. But I do have one.
I also got a puffer.
Okay, dude. Whatever.
It's nice. Hey, it's just nice getting stuff.
It's nice to feel wanted.
Yeah, that's another one.
Nice to be rewarded for what you do. And you deserve it. You know who else deserves things? Chandler Honeycutt.
Absolutely.
Who deserved a vacation. And he got one this week.
Been having some good sales.
Salesman. Been getting it done. All right. Let's check in with the Chili Water Chat Gang. Loud and proud on a Thursday. Steve says, "Hey, yo."
Hey, yo.
Says, "Happy game day, Clipper." Clipper! Happy game day to you as well.
Clipper!
Can we get that clean? Or you know what? When it feels natural.
Okay.
Give me one. Lane says, "Heading to Conway. Got to find a place to watch Clips team win me some money." More on that in a moment. Chad says, "Bang, bang, Chili Water Chat Gang."
Bang, bang.
Jamie says, "Hey now."
Hey now.
Pike liked the stream. Thank you, Pike. He said, "How's the weather in Greenville?" It has been a gray day.
I'm wearing a
I
rain
don't
jacket.
care about the weather. I can't control the weather. Don't want to talk about the weather.
Don't ask Cliff Galvin about the weather. It has been what I'm going to call it a mist. It's been a misty day.
Yeah, I rode around about 1:30 and I had to turn the wipers on.
I don't hate a mist.
No.
I don't really love dry. I mean, but like walking in a mist, it's kind of cool, especially, a hot Eastern North Carolina summer.
Yeah.
A misty day is not bad.
I like it when it's like this because I want to see how other people are, I don't know, going about this weather. And just riding around near campus, I mean, you got people like hoods on. You got people short sleeves and shorts with nothing much going on. Umbrellas. I'm not taking a shot. I didn't see you walking around, Nick. Not everything's about you, all right?
So far, I've got mad at Jarrett for him shaking his head at me condescendingly. And then, why did you just go after Nick?
Because I said it's fun to see how people treat this weather. And I said there's some people in T-shirt and shorts. And he's like, oh, what?
Well, I mean, that's what I'm in.
Yeah. I'm not taking a shot at anybody.
You're talking about me and Nick?
I'm not talking about anybody. Oh, I'm talking about some people, but not in here.
Chad said, "Good thing it wasn't a misty blue." When I said misty day, I was like, that sounds like an old girlfriend Jarrett used to have.
Play Misty for me.
Skip says, "Hey, he is heading to Conway early Saturday a.m. Good grief, Skip. What are you, a normal human being? You're not going 4 days early? I hope you have a good trip, Skip. And it's going to be, I'm looking forward to that game, man. Pike says, start a new segment with Bone as the weatherman. He can come in dressed for weather. Oh, you come in. You don't even have to ask how the weather is because Jarrett will be appropriately dressed for every weather condition.
Yeah, but
the condition of the day.
Some days it's not like that because I wore a jacket all day Monday and it was like 78 degrees. So
what was that day you were wearing like a hoodie? Pretending it was fall way too early.
It was one day last week.
Boy, it feels good. It was like when George started smoking. Can't quit now. I'm a smoker.
No, man, it was cool that morning, and I wanted to wear my Toledo hoodie.
I know, man. I've enjoyed wearing hoodies at night. Yeah. Here lately.
Put on the sweatpants.
Yeah, man. I like a good PJ pant.
Yeah. So,
I love a PJ pant.
Would you call that fleece or flannel?
I have both. Why not both? I don't break out the fleece until it gets like
December.
Yeah. Those are a little too hot for the old yams. Nick, why'd you look at me like that when I talked about my yams? Dude, quit looking. Why are you looking at me? It's like
the most judgmental person.
The Mad Real World on Chappelle's show.
What do you mean? I'm not.
Why are you looking at me like that, white man?
He stabbed me.
Shirley, our top story today, and I'm worried about you.
You're worried about me?
You play a lot of softball.
I do.
I don't want you to get swept up into some scam. A Havelock man, this is from WITN, Jordan Scholl, has been charged, and this is the first time I've ever seen this sentence, charged in adult softball league fraud. He apparently was signing up people for a team. Hey, Jarrett, give me $100.
$100.
I'll get you a T-shirt. And where you want to play? Shortstop? Give me 120. I'll put you short.
All right.
Nick, I know you got money. You just spent $109 on pizza. It's going to be $150 for you to play, but I'll let you pitch. Shirley, you're the anchor of the team.
Okay.
So I'm going to let you coach and play for the small price of $250. So this guy, I guess, collected money, told the people they were going to be on a softball team, and there was never any team. And they locked his ass up. I don't know. I thought maybe a slap on the wrist or something, but this man got charged. He's in a mugshot crying.
He's crying.
Well, look at him. Would you call that a cry?
Well, maybe they pepper sprayed him or something.
Are you the man that frauded all these adult softball players? Yes. Just no questions asked.
Could have resisted.
Wow.
Oh, man. That is a wild story. Adult softball league fraud. So, Shirley, I know you play in a lot of tournaments. Just beware. Be careful.
Well, the good thing is that the guy that put the team together has been around for many, many years. So
you're talking about your guy, not this guy.
Not that guy.
Okay.
My guy, my coach.
My guy.
Michael does a great job of collecting the money and getting it where it needs to be.
Well, he's actually going to have a team in a tournament. So
Right,
he's doing
right.
it the correct way.
He's doing it the correct
Jordan
way.
Scholl did not. Jordan said, we're not talking about this.
I mean, innocent until proven guilty.
True. Very true.
Correct.
Not talking about this.
Robert says beer can chickens on the tailgate menu in Conway. It's one of my favorite country songs. Beer can chickens on the tailgate menu in Conway.
It's a long title.
It is, but it kind of tells you what you're about to hear for the next 3 minutes, 20 seconds.
Yeah.
Pike said, I'm ready for the Coastal ECU game, only a 30-minute drive. Commanders, Packers tonight.
Yeah.
It is amazing what a good quarterback can do to change your entire perception of an organization, your entire perception of an NFL game week, of a season.
For me, life.
I'll go ahead and say it too, life. Jaden Daniels changed my life.
Mm-hmm.
But this is not just about Jaden Daniels. This is not just about the Commanders. I have the same feeling for the Pirates.
Yes.
I feel like going with Caden Hauser out there, we have a chance to win. Our offense has a chance to have a big day no matter the opponent, because I have that much confidence in Caden Hauser right now. I didn't feel that way with Jake Garcia. I didn't feel that way with Alex Flynn or Mason Garcia. Felt that way with Holton Ahlers, that we could go have a big performance against anybody any given Saturday. But I'm that way with Caden Hauser now.
Yeah.
That it's disrespectful that the line is only 7.5. Now they got to go out and prove it, but I don't know, man. We should score 35 at least on Saturday, right?
Yeah, and I've said this. I don't even know if on air or off air, but it's just I like quarterbacks where you're down 10 to go, and you're just like, he's got it.
Yeah.
I felt that way about Holton. I felt that way about prime Derek Carr. Matthew Stafford's my favorite quarterback ever, and I feel that way about Caden Hauser. I think this guy is just cool, calm, collected, and has everything it needs to be able to bring a team back. We saw it in Raleigh, although it did come up short, but he still brought the team back. So I have all the confidence in the world as long as Caden Hauser's on this team.
He had like a blank look on his face, and then at the timeout, during one of the timeouts, he's kind of bobbing his head to the music like
He's made for the moment.
He is. My pro quarterback is. My college quarterback is.
Same here.
Lane says 42-16 ECU.
Dang.
I just don't. The pessimistic pirate of me says it won't be that way. But looking on paper, it kind of should.
Yeah.
We should beat them.
I don't know. It just seems like too much. 16 points for Coastal.
Our defense has been really good.
Yeah.
Really good. Really, comparatively, especially to what we thought they'd be heading into the year. Still only 2 games. Not a huge sample size.
No, and last week, how much can you really take away from it? I mean, just with it being Campbell, but took care of business. They did what they had needed to do. And I don't think you can say that about a lot of ECU versus FCF FCS teams.
What is wrong with Coastal? We'll find out, or at least we'll ask Chris Burgin, the play-by-play voice of the Chanticleers, why they have struggled so much on offense to start this 2025 season. Robert says Coastal D gives you short underneath yards, have to stay patient, and can result in less scoring. I think we have an offense that can handle that.
Yeah. I mean, this is not even the best defensive line we're going to face so far. State's defensive line pretty good.
Yeah.
And we were able to hit deep balls there. So, yeah.
And again, I like that it's going to be a rowdy environment.
Mm-hmm.
Our guys are going to be into it.
Well,
I'd rather it be that way than a dead environment.
What was it, 22,000 they had last week for Charleston Southern? So, I mean, it's obviously going to be more than
Which
that.
he said, didn't Chris say that was a record?
Yeah.
So they're going to break a new record this week for attendance.
That's pretty cool. I mean, obviously, it's not going to be as loud as Dowdy. It's not going to be as loud as Carter Finley Stadium.
But
because it's a smaller stadium. But
you get that many people packed in, it's going to be loud.
It'll be visually appealing.
Right. And you will be there.
Yep, on the field.
Jarrett is on the field.
I'm excited. This is awesome.
Steve said the line on the Commanders game has dropped to 3. It should. If I wasn't a Washington fan, I would have Commanders alt line -2.5 right now.
Mm-hmm.
Right this moment, I would have that because you get plus money for it. But I'm a Washington fan.
I already put in money line with a no sweat and Terry first touchdown.
I have Terry anytime touchdown. I have Bill first touchdown.
Bill
Krosky Merritt. I have a touchdown parlay with Terry McLaurin, Bill, and Josh Jacobs.
-2.5 plus 180.
I love it, man. I love that. But again, I'm not going to put it in. And I'm not going to recommend you do it.
I'm not going to.
All you should do is bet on our dog of the day, and you'd be winning a lot of money right now.
Yep.
I got the Lions alt line -6.5.
15-8.
By the time that game gets to kickoff, it might be 6.5. So why not?
It was 6.5 last night.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Lions -6.5. We're moving lines now, people.
Moving lines
on dog of the day. That's what we do. I got that for plus money.
I was just seeing they had CBS Sports HQ on the TV at OTs last night. Saw Emory Hunt on the TV. That was pretty cool. But a lot of people love Jags plus 3.5, which is my dog of the day, Jags money line. So
Bengals?
Yeah.
Yeah. Jags. And then Sean took
the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Bad pick.
Yeah. I don't know how I feel about that one.
I mean, I'm not saying bad pick because I like the Eagles. I do like the Eagles to win, but just picking the Chiefs, bad pick.
Do we think Jaden can get 190 yards?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
I can't even really think what is Green Bay's secondary.
It seemed like he was
Alexander's out of there.
He was looking to run less, I thought, in week 1. Like he was holding on to the ball a little longer, I think, than he did last year. So maybe he's trying to run less. Although, and then I heard the announcers say first and second down, he was really going to try not to run.
Yeah.
But third down, if he's got to get a first down, he's going to take off.
I think it's going to be more of just if it's needed, he's going to be taking the runs. I don't think it's going to be if the first read's not there, let's tuck.
And Lane, I know you're talking about passing yards, obviously. I'm saying that if he's looking to run less, that would be good for passing yards.
Hell, if he could get 190 rushing.
Did you not understand that because you're some dumb Philly fan?
Ooh. Speaking of Philly.
Sorry, Lane. We're being nice to each other right now.
Speaking of Philly, man, I know this was talked about maybe before the season, but so many night games. We don't have a potential day game until November 1st at Temple.
I was wondering where you were going with that. Like, you're talking about the Philadelphia Phillies?
No.
But no, you're talking about ECU football, but speaking of Philly, you were bringing up Temple.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, Campbell 6, Coastal 7:30, BYU 7:30, Army 7:30, Tulane TBD, but it's on a Thursday. Tulsa,
When do we
7:30.
sleep?
For real. A lot of late nights.
A lot of late nights with my good friends. Let's take a break. We'll come back. When we return, we'll say hey to Zach Kaplan.
He's bowing a lot. He's bowed a lot lately.
He's a weird guy.
Yeah.
I feel like Zach is at peace right now. I've seen a less edgier Zach. I think his parents coming to town kind of changed him a little bit. Look at him. Look at the smile on this guy.
Must be cold outside.
Wait till you see those pearly whites when we get back on Pirate Radio Live. Jackson's here. What's up, Maxon? Looking like he's ready to be in Grease 3. We will be back with you after this timeout.
At Children's Health Services, we understand the importance of your child's well-being. This is Dr. Chris Osmick, and our mission is to provide comprehensive, patient-centered health care through every stage of child development, starting the day they are born in the hospital. We are not just here to treat illnesses. We are here to partner with you on your child's health journey. Schedule your appointment today to build a brighter, healthier world for your children. Children's Health Services, Arlington Boulevard, Greenville, or soon to be our second location on 10th Street. Go Pirates!
Washington's favorite place to eat and where all the locals go is down on Main Street. Down on Main Street is now open 7 days a week. Stop by for the house salad with grilled chicken, the half club sandwich with chips, or everyone's favorite, the fried shrimp plate. After work, Down on Main Street is the perfect spot for dinner and drinks on the patio. Join Down on Main every Wednesday for half-price wings from 4 p.m. to close. Down on Main Street in historic downtown Washington. Go Pirates!
Greenville Motor Company and Greenville Auto World, two names that are synonymous with top quality sales and service in Pitt County for over 47 years. And Brian Cook joins us now. And Brian, talk about your philosophy when it comes to previously owned cars, trucks, SUVs, even hybrids now.
Yeah, we're going to shop all over the Southeast, trying to keep a good mix of inventory. And from there, we want to offer a top quality product to use through warranties and finance that we can provide.
Try us, trust us at driveherenow.com.
When it comes to protecting your home, don't gamble with just any roofer. Trust the pros at the Boone Group Roofing. Locally owned by Toot Boone, they've been serving all of Eastern North Carolina with honest, high-quality roofing you can count on. They offer no money down, and every job is backed by a 5-year workmanship warranty, because your roof should be done right the first time. Don't wait. Call today at 252-714-0021. For a roof that's built to last and service you can trust, the Boone Group Roofing is on top of their game.
The Toot Boone Boogie. Now is the time to plan your end-of-year celebrations. The Beaufort Hotel offers a festive and elegant setting to make your holiday party unforgettable. It's the perfect coastal location for gathering colleagues, friends, or family. The Beaufort Hotel is now accepting private event reservations for December. For everything from cozy dinners to spirited receptions, the Beaufort Hotel catering team can help you create a memorable event filled with seasonal flavors, coastal charm, and impeccable service. And save you time to celebrate, too. Make it a real holiday party, then spend the night safe and sound in the luxury of the Beaufort Hotel. Turn your holiday party into a true getaway. Ask about reserving a group block of rooms for your guests. It's a celebration made easy, all under one roof. Call the Beaufort Hotel at 252-728-3000. That's 252-728-3000. And make your holiday event this year memorable at the Beaufort Hotel.
Flatlands Jessup Insurance Group is not your typical insurance company. We're a family-run, independently owned agency that's been trusted throughout Eastern North Carolina since 1963. For 60 years, we've proudly served local communities with a passion for customer service that goes beyond simply meeting expectations. My father understood the importance of rolling up his sleeves and going to work to find solutions for his clients, and our team today understands it too. If you contact one of our 6 offices, rest assured that we'll treat you like family, not just a client. Flatlands Jessup Insurance Group, your whole world covered.
CopyPro, the professional office systems people, have been serving Eastern North Carolina since 1971. From Greenville to Wilmington, businesses trust CopyPro for reliable technology, award-winning service, and top brands like Konica Minolta and Ricoh. Need multi-function printers, document management, or network solutions? CopyPro delivers powerful tools backed by certified technicians and a team dedicated to your success. CopyPro, professional people, professional systems, powerful results. Visit copypro.net or call 7 756-3175 today.
Here at the Holistic Company, we know that life throws you its fair share of curveballs. Like passing that drug test, congrats. Now you can finally relax, kick back, and well, light one up. You've earned it. With weekly events like trivia, karaoke, comedy, open mic, movie night, and of course, all your favorites: flour, merch, carts, edibles, and wellness products. Whatever you need to legally take the edge off, we've got your vibe covered. Order online at theholisticco.com or visit us at 5th and Evans in Greenville or at one of our other 2 locations in Fremont or Smithfield. The Holistic Company.
Hi, this is Morgan Ehlers, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now. Powered by Flatlands Jessup and Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
And welcome back in. Quality Equipment is your full-service John Deere dealer with 36 locations to serve you. Quality Equipment is open in Winterville next to Sam's Club, or visit qualityequip.com to find the location near you. Now, let's take it back in. Here's Clip.
All right, Slick. Thanks, man.
No problem.
Jackson, a.k.a. Maxon, is here. 2-0 on his Mac Plays of the Week. When will you be unveiling your Week 3 pick?
I was thinking about possibly doing it tomorrow, just so I can see all the lines that I can.
All right.
Because I'm not very confident this week, but I'm gonna try to find the best lock I can.
If you don't, if nothing is speaking to you, push it to next week. Keep the 2-0 record.
Or just switch conferences. Could switch. No, just got to
It's
say
called
Mac.
the Mac Play of the Week.
Your name
Fair
is
enough.
Your name
All right,
is
fair enough.
Maxon.
Fair enough. We'll keep it Mac.
Keep it Mac. Keep it buck.
Yeah. We'll keep the Maction.
But no, I don't want you to force anything, seriously.
Yeah.
I want you to be comfortable with your pick, because you have been super confident about Ohio. Ohio week 1, Northern Illinois
week 1,
week 2.
Northern Illinois week 2. I was really confident in both of them. I really want to see this Ball State line come out, but because they're playing New Hampshire, it's going to be tough. So that's why I'm pushing it off to Friday, so hopefully they'll reveal it either tomorrow morning or something along those lines.
Looking forward to it. I'm riding with Maxon. We got Nick here, a.k.a. the artist. We got Jared Watkins here, a.k.a. the J-Bone. Is there a "the" in front of it?
No.
Clip Brock, of course. Everybody's calling me by my new nickname now. I think it really stuck. What is it, Jared?
SIBO.
Yep, that's it. So feel free to call me that if you'd like to, Zach. It's up to you. Zach Kaplan's here. Hey, Zach.
Hey, Clip.
Zach, I noticed on Sunday.
SIBO?
Yeah. Did you call me?
I guess that's what I'm calling you now.
I noticed on Sunday, I just thought of a second reason for this, but you were pretty mellow. I've seen you much angrier during Red Sox and Celtics games. And yesterday on the show, I theorized that it was because you don't have high expectations for this Patriots team. Also, I just thought of another reason. You weren't wasted Sunday.
Yes.
And also your parents were there. So it could be a multitude of factors, but you seemed very calm during the Patriots' loss on Sunday. What are the main reasons for that?
I think once Gonzalez got ruled out, I knew there was going to be some coverage issues. I didn't think it would be that bad. I didn't think it would be, does Geno look like 2013 West Virginia Geno? But sure enough, he did.
Low expectations.
I think once Gonzalez got ruled out, I knew it was going to be like, all right, we're going to have to score with them. Obviously, they did not do that.
They haven't done that in a long time.
No, not since the last quarterback. Well, 2 quarterbacks ago.
Cam Newton?
I guess 3. Brian Hoyer. Oh, man. 4. Yeah. Not since I was in college.
Wow.
So, definitely reestablished the baseline. I think in my head, I'm like flirting with 7 seed to this might be a 7-win team.
I think what it was.
Raiders look good, Jared. I'll give you a lot of credit.
I think the bell rung. You saw that the Patriots were shaking in their boots, and you're like, it's over. It was over before it started.
After that first drive.
So were they out there for the coin toss? Like,
Yeah,
like nervous.
Oh God.
Which one did we pick? Heads or tails?
They saw Gino roll up, and he's like, "Oh,
Max Crosby.
Looked like it was 30 degrees outside. Drake May was shivering.
Pete Carroll's got about a 30-year grudge he was holding, and boy, did he.
Revenge game.
Yeah. He took it up.
Played him in a Super Bowl or anything.
So I'll say it. I played Jarrett week 3. Not Commanders, Raiders. Me versus Jarrett.
Mm-hmm.
How is Jarrett as far as an opponent at the Buck on a Sunday? How was he? How was his behavior towards you?
He felt really bad at one point. I'm not going to say the word on this program, because I don't think you're allowed to. But he said one word that
I didn't say it towards you.
I said it towards me, but he felt bad because he said it in the vicinity of my parents.
He said the word, and I'm pretty locked in on my game, but I had to turn and say, "Who is that word? Who did you just call that word?"
My buddy Matt.
And Matt, who is a Patriots fan.
Yeah, because. I don't know if you.
This guy's a Patriots fan and a Yankees fan.
Yeah,
man. Yeah,
and
he's not my guy.
Yeah, no,
and a Carolina fan.
Jackson.
But
Jackson,
he's got to go to jail for that.
You should not speak on this conversation.
Why can I not speak on this
You're
conversation?
a Patriots and a Bills fan.
Okay, my grandfather is from
It doesn't
Boston.
matter. Okay, well, maybe.
And his wife is from Grand Island, New York, which is across the river from Buffalo.
Matt's dad is Aaron Judge, and his mom is LeGarrette Blount.
I don't think that biologically could happen.
It's 2025, dude. Anything
okay,
happen?
Politically it could happen. Biologically it can't.
You're getting canceled twice in the same segment.
Yeah. But, I mean, my cousin's from China. I'm not a Guangdong Tigers fan.
They were a LeBron guy.
No, I'm not a LeBron guy.
Let him get his dumb joke in, Zach.
I tried to respond with an even dumber joke.
But, my buddy Matt was like, you having fun? You having fun? Patriots were driving, then bang. Isaiah Paumalu pick.
Very next play.
And then I said, oh, I'm having fun.
Very reminiscent of when I went to a party in middle school. And it was outdoors, boys and gals. And we were just acting like fools.
We talking like Dazed and Confused, like that kind of outdoors party?
Well, this was pre weed and beer and stuff.
Okay.
This is good, clean fun.
Mm-hmm.
Nice, good.
But went up to Kristen Hudson, very nice girl. Said, I heard you got hit in the face with a ball. As I was saying, a ball comes flying in and smacks me in the face.
Nice.
One of those karma moments. and Matt got one of those.
Yeah.
In the form of Jarrett calling him. Should I type it out? I don't even want to type it. I don't even want to say it in my head.
I mean,
can you say this?
It's not a bad word. It's a bad word.
Okay,
you can't say it on like FCC regulated.
You can't say it
airwaves.
on a radio, FM radio station.
Joey Diaz says it a lot. I mean,
could you say like a C?
Hold on. Okay. Another word for chump. So he called him a chicken.
I called him a seagull.
a chicken patsy.
Yeah, I don't know if that's. I think the thing.
A chicken pigeon.
Chicken pigeon.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm about to look this up.
I think
I'm curious.
The thing I was most disappointed by was Drake May. I really thought he'd look better in that game. And, Max Crosby wasn't his grill, but he did not make good decisions. You talked about the interception there, J-Bone, and it just wasn't. It was not what I hoped to see in year 2 from Drake May. I was probably most disappointed by him.
Who's your OC? Oh,
McDaniels. Former
I did not even mean
Raiders
to ask that, but I said it. That was a great joke and punchline.
Yeah, no, I'm dancing on the ground.
And you were asking that sincerely is the best part.
I was, yeah.
That guy's a chicken pigeon. I'll tell you. Josh McDumbass. Josh McFat-ears.
Yeah, not a fan.
Dude, when he was the coach and everybody would call him McFat-ears, I'm like, are his ears that fat? They were popping last Sunday.
How much did you defend him?
Not at all.
Oh, come on.
During the offseason, and then I saw them play, and I'm like, well, he went 4-0 in the preseason. And I was like, okay, this could be good things to come.
This guy's a Super Bowl champion. You were telling everybody, Super Bowl champion.
The 08 Lions went undefeated in the preseason,
Well, my thing was like, okay, well, he failed in his first stint. He went back, recouped. We've seen coaches fail miserably, go be a coordinator somewhere, and then come back better. And that's what I was hoping for. That's what I kind of thought. And, yeah, once that first game was played, I was like, oh, we stink.
Yeah.
And I've only cheered against my team one time, and that is October 30th of that season when we played the Detroit Lions on Monday Night Football. I said, I hope they kick our teeth in so we can fire this idiot. And then they kicked our teeth in, and the next day, he was taking his dumb kids trick-or-treating, and we called him up. So
all right.
You're out of here.
Leave the kids alone.
Well, I mean,
the kids do.
Leave the kids alone.
I actually thought he would be good there.
You don't get to choose your parents.
That's true. I pray for those children.
Thank you. Now that is
their father sucks.
He's a chicken pigeon. Zach has gone full pessimist mode because last night at Overtime Tavern, during our NFL Pick'em, you picked the Miami Dolphins to beat your Patriots this week.
Come on, man.
They did look so bad. They looked awful week one.
This isn't like we kind of stumbled a little bit. They should bounce back. Kind of like maybe the Lions will this week against the Bears.
Feels like the Patriots always lose in Miami, though. Maybe I'm wrong.
That's where I was going.
Feels
Clip.
like that.
Brady was 500 there.
Remember that stupid last play of the game where they had where Gronk tried to kind of tackle a guy?
Yeah, that's funny. But no, I mean, I get it's September. They're gonna sit him in the sun on that side of the stadium or whatever. But the Dolphins are so bad.
I mean, it was awful. I'll give it to you, but
yeah,
the Pats will come home 0-2.
But I mean, just back to the Raiders for a second. They played like that in the rain. Gino spun that thing like that in the rain.
I didn't think he could do it, and guess what?
I didn't think he'd throw for 360 yards in the rain. But
are you saying you wrote something to him and he didn't write back?
I wrote a bet on New England. That thing
we ain't writing back.
That one didn't write back.
Hunter figured out Jarrett's word when he said that Joey Diaz says it a lot. Also, if you've ever seen, I was going to say Westworld. What was the show? Deadwood. What was the show on HBO? Was it?
Both of those were on HBO.
Deadwood. Yeah, the dude up
Western?
there, Swearinger says
It was Deadwood.
that word a lot.
It's the funniest scene in semi-pros when they're playing poker. It's like, did you just call me a jive? And he's like, no, they called you. Like, oh, okay.
All right, let's move on and talk Pirate football.
Yeah.
Zach Kaplan heading to Conway. We'll take a clean break, come back, and talk some Pirate football, get Zach's thoughts. I like having Zach on, too, because he is an unbiased journalist when it comes to East Carolina athletics.
Down the middle. Try to be.
And he's got his opinion that differs from ours because I'm too much on the inside. And I said, Zach, that if I was not a Pirate, I would have money on ECU right now because this Coastal team stinks. But I got a feeling it's going to be close. I want to get your take on it when we return. Pirate Radio Live.
I'll tell you where my bet is right after this break.
Why do you have to talk? God bless.
At National Finance, we're all about hometown support, just like ECU football. National Finance helps us win on and off the field. They've got your back when you need it most. Fast, easy personal loans for life's big plays. And just like us, they're committed to Eastern North Carolina. National Finance, proud supporters of ECU athletics. Visit nfcmoney.com for loans as fast as today.
You know that sound? That's the sound of relaxation in a can. Flippo Farms THC seltzers are here. It's time to try something different. Our THC-infused seltzers are crisp, refreshing, and just what you need to take the edge off without taking you out. Whether you're tailgating, grilling out, or just surviving another day of meetings, Flippo Farms seltzers bring chill with zero hangover.
Try a Flippo Farms THC seltzer at Nash Hot Chicken. 21 and older, please drink responsibly.
At Langley Contracting, we're superior roofing specialists. Whether it's a new roof or repairing your old one, we've got you covered. And best of all, we handle your insurance claims. We are locally owned right here in Eastern Carolina. We are licensed and insured and have a 25-year roof warranty. We can handle your gutter installation too, so everything is seamless. Call or visit us online at 214roof.com for your free estimate today.
Langley Contracting, your superior roofing specialist.
Overtime Tavern is the place to be for great food, cold drinks, and all your game day action with over 10 TVs. Swing in today and try a mouth-watering burger, glizzies, wings, or check out their daily specials featuring some of the best items on the menu. OT's has a weekly lineup of entertainment starting Tuesday with Singo, Wednesday is sports trivia with Clip Brock, and Thursday's local acoustic acts playing the tunes. OT's is located on Charles Boulevard across from the Sheets and is open daily from 11 a.m. to midnight. There's always time on the clock at Overtime Tavern.
Are you thinking about purchasing a new home? Stop by and see us at Integrity Home Mortgage at our new location in Greenville at 1420 Arlington Boulevard. This is Talbot Green at Integrity Home Mortgage. We offer a wide variety of loan programs to help get you pre-approved. Our team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joanne Weir has over 50 years of experience and is committed to providing you with superior customer service you deserve.
To get started, call me, Joanne Weir, at 531-1148.
Joanne Weir, in MLS 75974. For informational purposes only, Integrity Home Mortgage Corporation is an equal housing lender in MLS 208516.
Every team knows that the two-point play can be a winning move. That's why I'm here. State Farm agent Timothy Sawyer and my team are here to help you go for two by combining your home and auto insurance. It's a great call that saves you time and money. So go for the win and score some savings by combining your home and auto. It's just another way we're here to help life go right. Call me, Timothy Sawyer, at 493-0002 today.
Hey Pirate Nation, warm weather is here and it's time to get back on the boat. And at Stroud's Marine, they're stocked up with over 26,000 pre-owned parts. They got everything you need from propellers, lower units, trim units, electrical and fuel parts, and just about anything else you need for an outboard. Stay up to date with the latest deals, parts, and promotions by following them on social media. And as always, their mission is to save you money and get you back on the water as quickly as possible. Remember, they're just around the corner. Stop by the shop at 865 Rivet Street in Greenville. For more information, head to StroudsMarine.com. Stroud's Marine, your best source for salvaged outboard parts.
In a world full of uncertainty, there's one team you can count on, the North Carolina Protection Group. Their licensed specialists bring unmatched training, integrity, and over a century of combined experience in personal protection. From executives and celebrities to families and vital assets, we provide world-class security, 24-hour video monitoring, and on-site guards. Anywhere, anytime. Don't wait. Call the North Carolina Protection Group today at 919-886-6274.
This is ECU head baseball coach Cliff Godwin, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now. Powered by Flatlands Jessup and Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
And welcome back in. When the truth matters, trust the professionals at Private Eyes. Founded in 1999 by law enforcement officer and military veteran Gary Pastor, Private Eyes specializes in private investigations, executive protection, security, and threat detection services. Call today and let their team get started on your case. Private Eyes, professional, discreet, trusted. 866-774-3937. Carolina Crossroads Amphitheater is Eastern North Carolina's newest concert destination. A brand new state-of-the-art outdoor venue with room for 30,000 fans. Reserve your seat or grab a spot on the lawn and enjoy food trucks, vendors, cold beer, and cocktails all night long. It's just a short drive right off of I-95 in Roanoke Rapids. Visit CarolinaCrossroadsAmp.com. Now, let's take it back in. Here's Cliff.
All right, thank you, Jackson. We got the artiste, Nick, here. What you got on your phone, Nick? What you doing over there?
I'm clearly something more important than this.
I'm submitting stuff for class.
So no.
What class?
It's a physical education class. Why did everybody look at like that?
I'm not saying anything.
I'm just glad you're putting the student and student intern.
I'm trying.
Well, what'd you have to do?
It was a scavenger hunt. You go all around the
gym.
There's
the rec center.
Thank you.
Let him talk, though.
I couldn't think of the word. I appreciate him saying
him.
something. But yeah, you had to go around the rec center finding stuff.
Yeah. Okay, we got it.
Okay.
Your PE class sounds a lot more fun than mine.
All right, Coastal Carolina.
Zach,
30 on Saturday.
Have you ever been to Allegiance Federal Credit Union Stadium?
Outside of it, but not inside.
You could head over there tonight to watch a football game.
I thought about it. If I wasn't going to Duplin County tomorrow and Myrtle Beach Saturday, I probably would have.
A lot of miles.
Yeah, I was like, I don't need to do Winston and Duplin County and Myrtle Beach.
Yeah, Wake Forest hosting State tonight. 7:30 on ESPN. But Zach will be here for Touchdown Friday, as will Brian Bailey.
Yep.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So both of y'all are going Saturday?
Morning.
Yeah.
Wish Brian luck. Send him a care package, whatever you have to do. He's got to spend a few hours in the car with me.
Oh, no.
So pray for him, whatever you got to do.
Y'all coming back right after?
I think so.
Really?
The game, yeah.
Wow.
That part is going to be. I'll put it to you this way: as long as it's not, and I think he talked about it on the show this week. That drive from Lynchburg, I will never ever forget.
It was the worst thing in the world.
Oh my God. I don't know. Brian usually likes to come right back. If it were me, I don't know. I may have gotten a hotel in Wilmington or something, but no, it's fine. Be back here and I can jump into my NFL Sunday, watch the Patriots.
You can watch the ball with the boys at the Buck.
I think so.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, plenty too.
What is your take on ECU, Coastal Carolina?
Well, I'm going to use a different choice of words for it, but I think this is the most important game of the Pirates season because.
I'm sorry. No,
you're good.
You're speaking.
I think it's the most important game of their season because it really sets the table for what happens the next 4 games.
Okay, I got to interject. We know it's the Fulcrum game. I'm talking about ECU versus Coastal, 7.5-point favorites, total in the 50s. We know big picture.
In a vacuum.
Let's go small picture. What are we going to see happen on Saturday night?
I think the first thing you have to, I would be shocked if it's not Tad Hudson at quarterback for Coastal. I really think when you watch the way they've looked offensively through 8 quarters, I guess 7 quarters with MJ Morris, former state commit, it's been awful. 0 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. They as a team have thrown for 302 yards in 8 quarters of play this year. 1 against an FCS team, 1 against an ACC team. I think they'll look different offensively. But if they do come out, and number 7's a quarterback on Coastal's first offensive series, buckle up. This thing might be over in a hurry. I really would be shocked if he comes out and plays the first snaps.
What is the most embarrassing name of a quarterback you could lose to? Because Tad's got to be up there.
General Booty.
That's a good one.
I don't know.
That's hard to top.
Boy, Studio B, the boys in B really like that answer.
Did I pop
there.
B?
You popped B, big time.
General Booty. Yeah, that's...
Tad is just such a tough name.
It's a tad bit annoying.
And when I say tough, I don't mean tough. I mean it's not great.
It's not like Steve Austin.
You don't mean Ronald Vincent. It's tough.
No, I don't mean Ronald Vincent here. I mean
it's like stuff him in a locker tough.
Yeah. Tad.
But it starts there with Coastal.
And I forgot, we'll talk to Chris Burgin. You'll hear the play-by-play voice. They had a very late, very close to the season injury from their QB, which has kind of put them in this mess.
Yeah, and they've been in it now since McCall left. It feels like it's been a couple of years where that the quarterback play. Really, I guess you want to go back to that Birmingham Bowl the last time, and the only time the Pirates and Sean.
And McCall got hurt in that game, and it was Dunzo after that.
Done and dusted.
Pretty much, D&D.
So they've just been trying to find a guy since, and that's if they can't put up points in this game, I think they're gonna have a really hard time. And you got to have your best quarterback to do so. They got a running back, the kid Nicely, but he spells it with a K. He's
Nicely.
Yeah, but he's pretty good. I like him, and they got to find ways to score points because I think ECU's going to be fine. The thing, Virginia did have some short fields in that opener. So when you look at 48-7, there was 2 drives of less than 60 yards that were for touchdowns. There was a kick return for a touchdown as well. So the 48's a little deceptive. They did shut out an FCS opponent. So I think Coastal's defense is good, but Jared said it earlier in the show, like State's defense was pretty good too. Pirates put up points on them when they started figuring it out in the second half. So I think they'll be able to do that in this game.
What's up with Coastal having all these you call them adverbs? I don't know, like names that end in ly, because likely went there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Likely, nicely.
McCall.
Very strange.
Very strange.
I didn't hear anything else you said after you said nicely.
He gave me credit.
I like ECU in the points.
I agree with you, man. I said it in the open, and I think you can relate to this, Zach, as a Patriots fan. When you have a quarterback, you feel like you could win any game. And I wasn't just saying Jane Daniels for that. I'm talking about Kate Nauser. I think I'm putting him in that level right now.
It's so interesting because he's a West Coast guy. playing literally on the exact opposite side of the United States. But he's a laid back. No, he's like a laid back person in general. He's from California.
He's California cool.
They're not as high strung as people on the East Coast. It's just, that's just as someone who's lived out there, not in Cali. But
You're speaking for yourself right now. Just listen to how you talk. You talk like you're high strung.
I know, because I'm from the Northeast. I live here. He's so even keel. And I mean, you said it, and I've seen it on the sidelines the first 2 games. Like, he just doesn't get too up or down.
Yeah.
And that's what you need, and that's what he's provided.
Yeah. I like him, man. Big fan. Very glad he's here.
I miss having my NFL team with an even keel quarterback. Tell me what it's like, Clip. It's got to be pretty nice.
It's actually pretty cool.
I think Drake May's even keel. He just it sucks.
Sucked on Sunday. It was bad.
Sucked on Sunday. Man, I miss Chandler. He does my country music, but
you guys really had a Crosby and Nash thing going. The harmonies, Fleetwood Mac even,
and Jared just stays still.
Yeah, but I mean, I couldn't do that song on the air. That sounds like an X-rated.
It does.
Wheeler Walker Jr.
It does. When does Penn State play a real game?
Next
27th. They have a bye before Oregon.
So what are they 2-0?
I know.
They 2-0?
They're 2-0.
Who they beat? Nevada
and FIU.
Oh, tough schedule, huh?
It's diff. I know. It's diff.
So
I don't like it.
I heard a Penn State honk on Pirate Radio last Saturday. It was not you. It was not Tyler Feldman. It was not Alex Walker TV. It was one of the hosts on the national show.
It wasn't Dugan, right?
It was not Dugan Lloyd.
Okay. Dugan went to Penn State?
He did.
Good grief.
I know. There are dozens of us.
Where did Schwartz go?
It was not LeVar Arrington.
Syracuse and Whitworth.
It was not Kerry Collins. He was telling racist jokes up the road at a comedy club.
Michael Richards was on?
It was.
Hey.
It was some guy saying.
I'm pretty sure it was Ryan Hickey, for the record.
Big Ten. First of all, the Big Ten's already passed the SEC. Secondly, the gap is about to grow even wider. And I was like, huh. And he's talking college football. And he was talking about things I'm not aware of, Zach, such as apparel brands and contracts. And he said Penn State's deal is way bigger with Adidas.
About to be.
Than Tennessee's deal, I guess. Not even close. Which I find interesting. I don't know if that's true. I guess it is if he's saying it. But you think of the last 2 national champions. Okay, Big Ten. I just think the SEC, like even South Carolina, Vanderbilt, I'm super into this week, where I would not be into
Indiana,
Iowa, Northwestern.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So from that standpoint, I
guess Indiana, Illinois would be a more fair comp, because there is a ranked.
And that would be a ranked versus ranked game, and I would not be excited about that just because of my perception of those teams since 1990.
It sounds like a boring
It sounds
game.
boring, but it wouldn't be. It would be entertaining probably. But what do you, as a Penn State Big Ten guy, what do you think about where the Big Ten and SEC are right now?
Well, first off, so Penn State and Adidas is supposed to start July 1st, 2026. So they are switching from Nike to Adidas, which is a big deal.
Yeah.
To some fans, I don't care as much. Whatever. As to the bigger picture here, I think the gap is closing. I still think the SEC as a conference is probably deeper as far as the number of teams that can win a national championship, can make the college football playoff. But when you look at the top, if you had to take both conferences' top 3, I think the Big Ten's matches up and is possibly better than the SEC's.
Jamie says Indiana plays Illinois next week. What time is that, Jamie? I'm looking to get a good nap in.
It screams big news.
So, I mean, top 3 in the Big Ten: Oregon, Ohio State, Penn State.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know. I feel
Texas, Georgia,
Bama, LSU.
I'd probably put LSU over Bama.
Yeah, that wasn't in any particular order.
Florida? No.
South Carolina? No.
Don't forget Rocky Top.
No, I'm going to forget them.
So I think the SEC runs deeper, but the Big Ten, and the argument, I guess, is that the Big Ten is caught up money-wise. It's like, well, now we can pay the players too.
That was part of the argument too.
As if that wasn't happening before, Clip.
It made me, well, that's true. It made me sad when we started getting Big Ten on CBS on 3:30s. Like, I wanted that to be SEC for the rest of my life. I was like, why are we doing Big Ten football? But, like, I don't know if it's just perception is reality. But right now, like, the Big Ten seems like a big deal. It's still not a bigger deal to me, but than the SEC. But
I mean, I think the SEC has more title contenders just right now. Which, I mean, it's 4-3, I think. But
right, it's close.
Yeah. I'm not saying there's an astronomical gap. I think
honestly,
it's a really kind of dead set.
Illinois and Indiana could be a title contender. We just don't say they are because of history.
Yeah.
Illinois' top. Are they top 10 yet?
Yeah.
They're in the top 10
this week.
Yeah,
they're a title contender.
I don't believe it.
Indiana was in the playoffs last year.
Yeah, that's true.
So Illinois should be a title contender, but again, we don't.
But I mean, I poo-poo Tennessee, so I'm not going to put Illinois and Indiana in there.
You just hate orange.
It's a bit of newfound luck as well, as because it's Bielema at Illinois who just got there earlier this decade, and Cignetti's been there about 5 minutes. But yeah, Illinois is 9 to answer your question. But it's a little bit newer. Whereas Kirby Smart has been there, LSU has been good.
Who's the who has the best basketball conference?
Unfortunately, still the SEC.
The SEC.
I wish
the SEC.
I wish living here was the ACC because it was for so long.
Yeah, you missed the boat by a couple of decades.
I wish living here was the American.
Oh, yeah, in Greenville specifically. Yeah,
because we're kind of the hub of the American conference, not the American
I
Athletic.
don't think as more people in Greenville care about ACC basketball. But maybe
still-
that'll change. We're at Fort Myers Pirates on FS1.
Yeah,
Thanksgiving Day.
how did we not say that?
Real TV, man.
How about that?
Real TV.
Biggest
Come on.
news of the day: East Carolina.
Thanksgiving Day.
Mike Schwartz, Tom Izzo, FS1.
How could you have more respect than national television, Clip?
FS2.
No.
I think that. Oh no! Oh, the Penn State or Penn State,
Bonnie's.
wow, ECU Bonnie's game I think is on.
Either
FS1.
way, hey, FS2 is a quality channel. NASCAR qualifying.
How much respect do you have for FS2?
I have a ton of respect.
And I would have even more respect for FS1.
Tuesday, November 25th, Sparty versus East Carolina, 1 o'clock on Fox Sports 2. Thanksgiving, Thursday. Man, Clip Rock divided. St. Bonaventure versus East Carolina, noon, Fox Sports 1.
I'm going to have to
Cannot wait.
I'm going to have to miss
televised.
Terry and Howie on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
That's
Push them aside.
To watch them beat Woj and his basketball team.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We got one. I got a Woj bomb for you. His name's Jay Shane.
He's coming.
Thank you, Zach.
Thank you, Clip.
Good luck on your travels to your Patriots, to your Friday night coverage for Touchdown Friday, and life in general.
And Myrtle Beach. Clip, this segment is done and dusted.
D&D. We'll take a break, come back. When we return, we'll go down to Conway and talk to Chris Burgin, play-by-play voice of the Chanticleers. Back with you after this.
Eastern North Carolina. It's your guy, Roger Harris. I train to be the best on the field, but even more, it's about being my best for them. I know my joints won't heal on their own. Arthritis is coming, unless I stop it. Prevention beats pain. QC Kinetics use your body's own power to heal, rebuild, and restore. No surgery, no drugs, no downtime. Don't wait until pain sidelines you from the game of life. QC Kinetics, regenerative medicine, real results. Call now to schedule your free consultation. 252-645-6458.
Want to make your day better? You can now order 2 large original crust, 1-topping pizzas from Papa John's for only $9.99 each. Take advantage of this awesome carry-out special now by logging on to papajohns.com and make today a pizza day for only $9.99 each. Papa John's is an MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards and start earning points for your favorite menu items. Go Pirates!
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates.
Looking for something better than bottled water?
Reach for Chili Water, pure, ice-cold refreshment straight from the Black Creek Aquifer right here in eastern North Carolina. No plastic bottles, just clean, crisp water in ocean-friendly cans because you deserve better. Made by Carolina Ice Company, 3 generations deep, and named for a local legend who loved fishing, music, and the great outdoors. And now, Chili Water is shipping 12-packs straight to your door. Every can helps protect the water we all love. Chili Water, the good water in your hand.
Hey Landon, did you hear the news? Oh yeah, Dowdy Ficklin's getting a Mountain Dew makeover. That's right, the Mountain Dude is coming to get rowdy and dowdy. Please tell me he's bringing that neon green coat. Oh, you know it, and get this, fans can actually win one of those custom coats and get recognized on the field during the ECU Army game on September 25th. No way, you'd look good in one of those, man. No, I think it's got your name all over it. Be on the lookout for Mountain Dew standees at your favorite Mountain Dew retailers. Scan the QR code and you could win your own neon coat and a meet and greet with the dude himself. So mark those calendars, Thursday night, September 25th, ECU vs. Army. Let's paint it Mountain Dew green.
Phelps Chevrolet is the dealer to see for a car or a truck or an SUV. The best service and quality. That's the Phelps guarantee. Phelps Chevrolet, the name you can trust. Phelps Chevrolet, you can count on us. The name you can depend on. Phelps Chevrolet.
Get you one.
This is John Gavigan with the Gavigan Agency. Our top priority is doing what is best for our members. Whether you are buying a new vehicle, a new home, protecting your family with life insurance, or filing a claim, our agency will be there every step of the way. Our goal is to become a trusted advisor for you and your family for all of your personal and commercial insurance needs. Give us a call in Greenville at 756-1400 for a car, home, business, or life insurance quote today, and give us the opportunity to show you the benefits of doing business with someone who cares.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now. Powered by Flatlands Jessup and Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
And welcome back in. At Pirate Dental, Dr. Holly and his staff fix teeth. Does your tooth hurt? They fix teeth. Chipped tooth? They fix teeth. Need a second opinion? They fix teeth. Need a crown or have a cavity? They fix teeth. Bottom line at Pirate Dental, they fix teeth. Call them today at 252-321-2500 or visit them at piratedental.com. Online appointments are available. Pirate Dental, they fix teeth. Now let's take it back in. Here's Clint.
Thank you, Jackson. We got Nick, we got Jared Watkins, and a lot of guests to get to, including Jeff Nadu, Will Coates, and Coach Hud, Greg Hudson. Right now, we will hear from the play-by-play voice of the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers, Chris Burgin. Got a great scouting report for us. What is going on with Coastal Carolina? We'll find out right now with Chris Burgin.
All right, joining us today on Pirate Radio Live, the play-by-play voice of the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers, Chris Burgin, to get you ready for a big one coming up on Saturday night. Chris, we appreciate your time. How you doing?
Clip, it's my pleasure. I appreciate you guys having me on. I've made the rounds. I was on another podcast earlier, chatted with Jim Zoki just a little while ago, so I appreciate you guys inviting me as well.
Yes, sir. And, yeah, it's good. You were doing the Super Bowl Radio Row car wash this week. And, man, Jim's an awesome guy. We're happy to have him, even if it's part-time, but filling in as our play-by-play voice these last few seasons. He's a great fella to talk to, and love him on the broadcast. And you'll be on the call on the Coastal side coming up Saturday night. And Chris, I can't really wrap my head around. I was just talking to Holt Nailers about this, who beat Coastal Carolina in a bowl game not that long ago. Just kind of where the program was then and where they are now. And trust me, we understand the roller coaster of a football program, the ups and downs. But How did Coastal kind of get to this 0-2 point where they're looking for some answers, especially on offense?
First off, Holton's not coming Saturday to play, correct?
He is not suiting up. Yeah.
Saw enough of him at Birmingham. What a terrific performance that was, and it was fun to watch. Difficult to swallow, but it was certainly fun to watch several years ago. The program is in flux. There's no other way to phrase it. 61 new players into the program this year. I think we had over 70 in last year. I mean, it's just the current setup in college football, and it's probably affected CCU as much as anywhere. And the problem has been this season evenly divided in terms of the new players and freshmen and transfers, about 30 on one side, 30 on the other. But quarterback play has been the issue thus far, and that's the issue. I mean, we joke about Holton Ahlers, but when you have a guy like him, you can win football games. And Coastal right now just has not been able to find a quarterback that they want to run the air raid offense that Drew Hollingshead was brought in from Western Kentucky to produce on the field. Part of that issue, Clip, is you have a situation where Emmett Brown was probably the guy that they wanted to be quarterback. He gets hurt midway through preseason camp. He's out for the rest of the year. So they have to go to plan B. And you had a situation where MJ Morris, Samari Collier, and also Tad Hudson, who started and played in the bowl game last year for Coastal in the Myrtle Beach Bowl against UTSA, and basically was out there on an island by himself because the majority of our guys had jumped into the transfer portal to exited themselves out of town. So just not a very good performance. So Tad was the incumbent starter, if you will, but he's having to learn a new offense. And so Emmett appeared to be the guy that they wanted to run the air raid. Seemed like he fit it perfectly. So MJ wins the job after Emmett goes down and he beats out the other guys. And MJ's just struggled. There's just no real easy way to put this. He struggled. He threw an interception against Virginia, really didn't have a whole lot of help in that game against the Cavaliers. Tough to move the football against them to begin with. And then last week, just threw inexplicably bad passes. He had 3 interceptions all in the red zone against Charleston Southern. That's part of the reason that game was 13-0 and not somewhere probably where it should have been, like 40-0 or similar to your result, East Carolina's result against Campbell. That's how that game should have gone. But until that aspect is corrected, Coastal's going to struggle because they just don't have enough offensive continuity to go with what has been a pretty good defense thus far this season.
Yeah, and it will get corrected. Coastal hoping it's sooner rather than later. I'm worried it could happen this weekend. I've said all week that this has, a close game in the fourth quarter written all over it, and we'll talk about the expected atmosphere there in a moment. But the injury happened pretty late into the offseason and close to the regular season, right? And we've seen how that's affected East Carolina in years past, but maybe if that unfortunate injury happens like in December, we're talking about something different here. You kind of had to scramble before the season, right?
Well, if it happens, let's say in December, you also have time to go into the transfer portal and pick and choose a quarterback that could come in and fill in the role and run the air raid offense the way that Drew Hollingshead wants. I'm just not sure that we have that guy right now. And my guess is Coach Beck hinted at it a little bit yesterday that Tad Hudson will more than likely get the start on Saturday, and we'll see how things go from there. But, I mean, it's unfortunate when you're -5 in the turnover margin where Coastal is right now through 2 ball games. They sit 130th in FBS football. Really hard to beat anybody. And like I said, the Virginia game probably got out of hand a little bit more than it should have, not because of turnovers, but because of special teams play. They ran a kickoff back for a touchdown. They blocked a punt, set up a short field for them. So made it a lot easier on their offense. And Chandler Morris didn't need any help. We needed him to go about 80 yards every time, and he probably could have done that. But our defense has actually played pretty well. First shutout is, I think I may have mentioned earlier, since Halloween of 2020 that they pitched this past week. But you start to wonder how much longer that defense can continue to go out there and get stops and continue to play with the effort they have been when they realize, guys, we may have to throw a shutout against everybody to have a chance to win.
Yeah. Chris, how about if this offense is going like it should, who are the skill guys to watch out for Pirate fans coming up on Saturday?
Well, before the season began, Clip, the coach was talking about running possibly 9 wide receivers out there. He may start to narrow that just a little bit, but some of the guys that have been back in the fold, you've got a guy like Bryson Graves, who's a fairly local product from over in Florence, which is about an hour west of Conway. So he's a local guy. You have Cam Wright, who's a big physical type wide receiver. You have Jamison Tucker, who's a great story, a kid that walked onto the program, now is a captain and a guy that also plays on special teams, has played on special teams throughout his career. Those are the guys we should be able to rely on. But the problem is, haven't been able to get them the football to see what they can do. Then you've got some younger guys in the program, and Robbie Washington, who has checked in, along with Malcolm Gilley, who you'll also see on special teams in terms of the either punt or kickoff return. So there are some explosive players in terms of the offense in the wide receiving core. They just haven't been able to make their presence known. You can look at our numbers. Passing numbers are just minimal at best. Now, the running back room is probably the most pleasant surprise offensively. There are probably 5 guys that we can run out there. Dominic Nicely almost rushed for 100 yards this past weekend against Charleston Southern. He's a guy that the coaches were extremely high on in camp. He's a freshman. It's sort of unusual. I don't know how long he'll be able to stay here. It's tough to keep freshmen that are talented at G5 level programs, but he's been a really nice addition. You've got Jalen John, you've got Javon Edwards, and then you also have Javen Simpkins, who is a returnee. So a pretty good stable of running backs. And if we could take a little bit of pressure off of them by throwing the football better, I think the run game would open up. And the run game was very successful against Charleston Southern a week ago.
Chris Burgin joining us. Chris, looking at ECU's offense, not a lot of critiques right now in the passing game. It's looked really good with Caden Hauser at the helm. Even after the blowout, we had calls on the post-game show, the U.S. Sailor fifth quarter call-in show, about still nervous about the run game. And so how about with Coastal Carolina? You say, I've heard many people from that side say the defense is the strength of this Chanticleers team. What is the strength on the defense? Would you say, pass rush, secondary, D-line? Well, what's your answer to that?
It is probably the front 7 right now. And they play, and I use that term because that's what fans recognize, but Coastal's more of a 3-3-5 setup. They've got a guy who's sort of a hybrid linebacker, a safety, that they hope to be able to use him to stop the run and also cover. But so far, I think the front 3 have surprised a lot of people with how well they have played, sort of led by a young man who's in the program, Zeke Campbell, who came over from Louisiana Tech. He's a transfer in with Jeremiah Johnson, who's the new defensive coordinator, who did a fantastic job at Louisiana Tech last year and brought several of his guys, including several of his coaches, with him. Zeke had 2 tackles for loss, a sack and a half against Charleston Southern. The linebacking core, though, if you directly wanted to ask me where the strength is, that's where it is. And it starts with Shane Bruce in the middle. He's number 1 that you'll see all over the place. Will make tackles left and right. He's a captain, and he's a guy who's been in the program for a long time. He's sort of a unicorn that he stayed at Coastal as long as he has. And he's a terrific player, preseason All Sun Belt second team selection. And then you add Wyatt Gettian over to his side, one of the other linebackers who was hurt tail end of last year, and is working his way back. But I would say those guys that I mentioned, especially in the linebacking room, that's probably the strength of the team. And so far, they've done a terrific job of it. They weren't able to put as much pressure on Chandler Morris as you would expect. First off, Virginia's offensive line is pretty solid. And secondly, that kid can move. They made life a lot more miserable for Zoltan Osborne last week, the Charleston Southern quarterback. So how they'll get after the guys this weekend from ECU remains to be seen. And I know Tim Beck is extremely high on Caden Hauser, just the job he has done, and some of the wide receivers you guys have, especially Anthony Smith. He directly pointed him out to me because he knows Anthony from when he played at NC State. So he knows the Blitnikoff Award watch list member. He knows how talented he is. So they're hoping they can put some pressure on Hauser, because if not, chances are he's going to be able to get it out to those wideouts on the side.
Chris Burgin joining us. Chris, you mentioned special teams earlier. That's still kind of TBD for me when it comes to ECU, Jarrett. We've had, 2 kickers, 2 punters we've already seen so far this year, and still trying to figure out exactly what we've got there. But how about on the Coastal side? You said it was, a negative previously, but how about overall for the Chanticleers?
Now, in terms of just the physical kicking, it has not been all that bad. As a matter of fact, Emil Sebafundi, the punter, his average this past week was 52 yards. He actually had a 61-yard punt against Charleston Southern.
Wow.
And so far this year, averaging right around 43 yards a kick. So he's done a nice job punting the football, and just haven't had a whole lot of opportunities to kick extra points and field goals. But in terms of the actual guys who execute that, they've played well. So I think special teams, if you guys are struggling a little bit in the punting room, that might actually be a strength and a positive in Coastal's side of the coin. It was not last week because Charleston Southern had one of the best punters in the country in Gilbert Brown. Right after Emil hit his 61-yard punt, Brown answered with an 82-yard punt, if you can believe it. So kind of gives you an idea of how defensive-minded that game was last Saturday.
Chris, looking forward to the environment we've had in Conference USA back in the day and the American. There's been some dead road environments, and East Carolina has stubbed their toe maybe as a road favorite in those environments. And the players I've talked to over the years say they'd much rather barely be able to hear than have it echoing, throughout the an empty Superdome back in the day when they'd play Tulane. So for that reason, I'm excited about this game this weekend. We saw the baseball atmosphere. It looked like a freaking party down there. Had a lot of coworkers go. I did not. I watched it on TV, and it looked insane. It looked like Woodstock '99 or something at times. But how about the football? We already got people heading down there from Pirate Radio. I've talked to a ton of Pirate fans who are making the trip. So should be a festive atmosphere Saturday night.
It's funny you referenced the baseball atmosphere, and it is. They've done a terrific job over at Springsburg Stadium, and clearly the program has responded as well. But I remember coming up several years ago when we played in Greenville for an NCAA regional, and Joe Katz, who handles the radio play-by-play for us at CCU, does for baseball, and he's also our sideline reporter. He and I were just blown away by the football-like atmosphere for baseball.
Yeah.
I'm hoping this is the beginning of constantly being able to play East Carolina in football, because I think it makes a lot of sense. It's hard to believe this will just be the second meeting between the two programs and the first home and home type scenario.
Yeah.
If you scratch out the bowl game back in a couple of years ago in Birmingham, but I think the atmosphere will be outstanding. We had over 22,000 at the game for Charleston Southern, which actually set a record for most fans in attendance. They were able to eat, I think the school likes me getting this out, they were able to eat 27,000 hot dogs, which is part of the free concessions promotion. So I think, that included in the package, the ticket package, East Carolina fans, if you want, just make sure you download the Chanticleer app, and you'll be able to walk through, pick up the concessions. And it's just a very easy translation. You start on one end, go all the way through the buffet line, and come out the other side and go get your condiments and go right back to your seat. I think that was what the plan was. They had a drone show at halftime, which was really cool. They've worked in pyrotechnics into the team's entrance before the ball game. So Chance Miller, the new athletics director, the one mission he had when he first took over was to increase the fan experience of football, and I think he has done it tenfold. The students have come out in droves in the likes that we haven't seen in years, going back to the heyday in FCS football. So I think the atmosphere, and then you throw in East Carolina on top of that, because I know the Pirates will bring a ton of people. I think it's going to be terrific. One of the better atmospheres we'll see all season on Saturday.
I really hope the free concession thing works out, is here to stay, and is something that other schools take note of, because just being fan friendly and costs going down in 2025 is awesome to hear. It is not what you normally hear. So sounds like so far so good, and
Yes.
and Pirate fans will be able to experience that this weekend.
Exactly. And I think if you watch or have heard of the Savannah Bananas, I'm sure
Yeah.
you have, and your listeners and video watchers have as well. That was sort of the template. I think Chance Miller talked with their ownership group and sort of got the idea, all right, how do you guys execute this? Because what we wanted was fans to come not just one time, but want them to come multiple times.
Right.
And I think on both sides of the coin, ticket sales were up. So they obviously got to come in and experience the game and then go through the free concessions. And from all I understand, it went extremely well on Saturday. So hopefully that is not something fans go back and say, yeah, it was fun, but the free concessions just didn't work. It appears that it worked extremely well. And so hopefully they'll come back. Now the football team has got to do its part,
Right.
and got to go out and play considerably better, and we'll need to on Saturday, because this will not be an easy game, even if we play well, much less if we play like we have the first 2 weeks.
Obviously, Coastal Athletics has had a lot of success, but me being the age I am, I still think Mike Tolbert and Josh Norman, when I hear Coastal Carolina, those guys, do they ever come around? You ever hear or see of those names, Chris?
Actually, before I took over as the play-by-play voice, I was the sideline reporter, and Mike was enshrined into the Coastal Athletic Hall of Fame many, many years ago. He was at the game, obviously, and I got a chance to chat with him. Super, super guy. Being a Panthers fan myself, I'm glad you pointed out those two guys. And the field house where the team dresses, and the coaches' offices and the like. It is the Norman Fieldhouse, named after both Josh and Mario Norman. And Mario was Josh's brother. And Josh actually gave, if I understand the story correctly, Josh gave a donation to the university to have the field house named after them, but he wanted more to publicize his brother than him. I mean, obviously everybody knows the exploits of Josh Norman, one of the best defensive backs in Coastal history. But if I'm trying to go back and think, I think it is the Mario and Josh Norman Fieldhouse. Josh wanted to make sure that Mario's name got put up first to give an idea of how much he cares about his brother. So just super guys. And they come back, and then, you know, you've got Grayson McCall and Trey Carter on the current staff, former players, and everybody. Grayson McCall, of course, ECU fans will remember, was the guy opposite Holt Nailers at the Birmingham Bowl until he got hurt. So Grayson's been a godsend to the program, both as a player and now working with the wide receivers. So, yeah, a lot of the players try and come back and hang around the program, but those two guys in particular, I think, have made a major influence on CCU football.
Chris Burgin joining us. Chris, I really enjoyed the chat, man. We'll wrap it up here. You know, it's going to click for Coastal, and I'm super nervous it happens Saturday night. But what kind of game are you expecting? And how about this? Coastal Carolina gets the home win if what happens? Fill in that blank.
Well, the first off, and again, I think it sounds cliche, but if we don't turn the football over, I mean, it's going to make it a lot easier. Now, we could play a perfect game and still lose. That's how good and how much respect the coaching staff has for East Carolina. But I think obviously cutting down on the turnovers, getting that offense in gear, and having the defense maybe help out a little bit. The defense got an interception against Charleston Southern, but really didn't set up a short field. Maybe a defensive score would certainly help Coastal and keep the fans engaged. They kind of lost interest on Saturday, as you can understand. I mean, it was a 3-0 game going late into the third quarter. So, and normally in years past, that would have been a big deal against Charleston Southern, because that was the rivalry back in the Big South days between Coastal and Charleston Southern. But now that Coastal's gone up to FBS, not nearly the same energy in the building. So need to keep the fans engaged. And I think the turnover battle is going to be critically important if Coastal can find a way to hang on to the football, to give themselves a chance. Now, whether or not it's enough remains to be seen. But, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I think this is a really, really important game, certainly from our perspective, because Sun Belt Conference play begins next week, and our only other non-conference game is right before the end of the season at South Carolina. So this is a non-conference season, which has been very, very difficult. First year that Coastal has played two Power 4 programs in the same year, and then you've got a really, really good East Carolina team. So the non-conference schedule has not been a piece of cake, and the next week at South Alabama won't be easy.
And, Chris, before we wrap it up, maybe one more question you can answer for me, just to maybe ease the pain of my Panthers buddies, and from a gambling standpoint too. The Panthers aren't as bad as they look week one, right? Like, they're going to be okay, maybe?
Oh, boy. I should have asked Jim when I was talking with him earlier today, because Jim would have a better idea. And knowing how blunt and honest he is, he would probably say the same thing I'm about to say. No, they are as bad as I think they looked Saturday or Sunday. I'm afraid, because I don't think Jacksonville's world beaters, and they just made Carolina look bad. I'm just not sure what the Panthers are trying to do, both offensively and defensively. And until they get that figured out, it could be a long year, and it's tough, because as you can see in the background, got Panthers helmets all over the place in my game room. So, big time Panthers fan. Grew up in Western North Carolina, not far from Charlotte. So, grew up a Dolphins fan. But when the Panthers finally got an NFL franchise, I said, all right, I'm pulling for the home team. But boy, it's been a challenge ever since Cam Newton left.
Well, as a Washington fan, I remembered the Bills Super Bowl, but I didn't appreciate it or know what I was watching that much, really. But I never made the switch to the Panthers. Sometimes I feel like I should. You being a Dolphins fan, you might have made the right choice. I don't know what's better or worse right now, being a Panthers fan or a Dolphins fan. So,
well, I've never forgiven them. They can say whatever they want to that Don Shula retired. They fired him so they could get Jimmy Johnson, and so the only thing that was holding me on there was Dan Marino, because I'm a huge Marino fan. And once he retired, I really didn't have any other interest in dealing with the Dolphins. And about that time, the Panthers came along. So I had an easy transition over for the NFL fandom.
Good deal. Chris, enjoyed the chat, man. Let's do it again down the road. Have a great call on Saturday night, and we'll talk to you again, man.
Clip, appreciate it, and certainly look forward to having all you guys down on Saturday. Should be a lot of fun along the beach.
Looking forward to what I think is going to be, unfortunately, a good one.
Yeah.
I'd love a blowout. Maybe I feel like we should blow them out.
I think it'll be in between close and a blowout.
Okay.
I think it'll be a respectable margin.
So a cover for the Pirates?
Yeah.
Let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll see what Jeff Nadu has to say about that, about Commanders Packers, about Raiders Chargers, and a lot of other action going on in football when we return. Pirate Radio Live on a Thursday after this timeout.
Your future is full of possibilities, and Pitt Community College can help you explore every option. You can earn a degree, learn a trade, transfer to a university, or launch a new career. We offer the support you need to succeed with flexible schedules, affordable tuition, and programs designed for the real world. Your path, your future, your college. Pitt Community College.
Looking for your new favorite hangout spot? Come on down to the Doghouse Tavern, Aiden's veteran-owned crown jewel on 2nd Street. From open mic Mondays to music bingo Thursdays, there's always something happening. Enjoy daily drink specials, one of the best bar menus around, and live music that'll keep you coming back for more. Grab your friends, kick back, and support local at the Doghouse Tavern. Check us out on Facebook to see what's on tap this week. The Doghouse Tavern, where good times and great vibes live.
Pirate Nation, your dream home starts with Unshakable Builders. Now building in Sutherland Estates in Greenville and Dolostone Court in Wilson with homes available now. And stay tuned, Cross Creek Townhomes in Greenville and Whitaker Glen and Farmville are coming soon. Browse available homes, explore floor plans, and see past projects today at unshakablebuilders.com. Have questions? Use live chat, fill out the contact form, or call the office at 814-9105. Unshakable Builders, build on a solid foundation.
The very best bagels in Greenville are at Bagel Man. Bagel Man is open every day for breakfast, lunch, and dinner until 8 p.m. If you're a person on the go, place your order ahead of time online at ncbagelman.com. Start your day with a breakfast sandwich or dine in for lunch with a tuna melt, pastrami sandwich, panini, or specialty wrap. And everyone loves Bagel Man's fresh-made desserts and pastries. Bagel Man is where Pirate Nation fuels up for game day or any day. Bagel Man, 1904 Fire Tower Road in Greenville.
Ahoy, Pirate Nation. It's game day, and there's only one place to go to gear up, UBE. Whether you're tailgating, storming the stadium, or watching the Pirates play from the couch, do it the Pirate way with UBE. We've got the latest and greatest tees, jerseys, and hats from Adidas, Champion, and Lululemon. Don't forget UBE game day buttons, available free to the first 500 customers on game day. Set your course for University Book Exchange or shop 24/7 at pirateware.com.
Do you have any real estate questions about buying or selling residential or commercial properties? Are you curious about this current real estate market? Do you need a property manager for all your rental houses? This is proud ECU alum Scott Harris with Harris Real Estate Group, and I would love to help answer every question you have and show you a real estate experience that will be memorable and enjoyable. Every step of the way, I'm here to make your dreams a stress-free reality. Call me today at 347-1857. That's 347-1857. Go Pirates!
Let's face it, life can feel like fourth and long with no timeouts left. But at LifeSpring Counseling, you don't have to take on the blitz alone. Our team is here to help you call the right plays, whether you want a faith-based game plan, a traditional approach, or a mix of both. We'll help you regain balance, rebuild confidence, and keep moving the chains. Because even when life throws a flag, you can bounce back stronger. LifeSpring Counseling. Let's get back in the game of life.
Have you ever seen those exotic aquariums like the guys do in Las Vegas on television? You ever thought about having one of these aquariums in your business? It's more affordable than you think. This is Hal Pruitt with rentafishtank.com. We can make having an aquarium in your business turnkey with no work, cleaning, or hassles for you. Rentafishtank.com creates a relaxing atmosphere and keeps children occupied. Rentafishtank.com already services many dental, pediatric, and doctor offices, plus hospitals and senior living centers. Check us out at rentafishtank.com.
This is Zach Agnos, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're
listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now. Powered by Flatlands Jessup and Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
And welcome back in. Be sure to visit one of ECU graduate Brandon Tate's U.S. Cellular locations and experience the highest standard of customer service. The purpose of the Atlantic Wireless Store experience is to inform, illuminate, and inspire. Find the location near you at AtlanticWireless.com. Atlantic Wireless, we go beyond the call. UBE has been an ECU tradition for over 50 years now. Shop online anytime at pirateware.com. UBE has the biggest and best selection of ECU sportswear and accessories for Pirates of all ages. Every day is game day at UBE. Now let's take it back in. Here's Clip.
Thank you, Jackson. Nick. Just painting a great audio picture and video picture for us today. Luke said, good job, Clip. I'm not going to ask you questions. I don't know what he's referring to. I'm just going to say thank you.
He's talking about the Coastal interview.
Oh, thank you. Let's see.
Great job, Sibo.
Thanks, man.
Did wonderful, Clip.
Thank you.
It was great.
Nick.
That's why Nick's the best.
Nick, don't feel pressure. You don't have to give me a thumbs up.
Nick's the best in the biz, man. Just because.
Just a thumbs up.
You know, this is an audio and a lot of visuals, and he just does neither
off
one.
camera.
Off camera, not saying a word.
People don't even know if Nick is real.
Nick is actually not real.
What
Nick
if he is a figment?
Nick is a deep fake.
He's actually AI.
Nah, it's not AI. It's stupid.
I pay for AI.
Yeah, but I say West pays.
We're gonna pay.
You could play the clip as a producer.
We'll get paid?
No, never.
No, we will eventually pay for AI.
That's a great question.
We will pay for the sins of relying on AI.
Okay.
Yeah.
CL says, great interview, Sibo. Thank you.
I pay for AI.
All right, that was worth the wait. Let's head out to the Turner Home Team Live line, because I got a lot of pressure on me now. We'll see if I can conduct an interview as well as I did a moment ago. I'm going to need Jarrett's help with this one. Turner Home Team, looking to sell your house fast without making any repairs. The Turner Home Team is a local home buying company, and they buy houses as is. Justin and his team can provide you with a fast cash offer for your house today. Give them a call, 525-4780. And joining us on that Turner Home Team Live line is Jeff Nadu to get you ready for a busy football weekend, which starts tonight. Jeff, how you doing, man?
Great. How are you, Clip?
I am good. We'll get to the Pirates in a moment, but since my team's playing tonight, let's start with the NFL. Commanders coming off a pretty dominant win against the Giants, in which they didn't look great, but New York looked pitiful. Packers coming off a dominant win over division foe Detroit, and outside of maybe what Buffalo did and the Vikings come back. Detroit might have been, or excuse me, Green Bay might have been the most impressive team week one with how they handled the Lions. So what do you think about this one coming up tonight? Line has been around 3.5 all week, Jeff. And these teams, these quarterbacks can put up yards and points, total at 48.5. Any thoughts on this Thursday night game?
Yeah, I like the Washington Commanders here, actually quite a bit. I think, to me, I'm generally a big fan of week 2 because you can kind of take what you saw and people overreact. I think, to me, I was really concerned about the Detroit Lions from a offensive standpoint. Sometimes you lose your coordinator and things are okay, but Ben Johnson was a really good coordinator. Jared Goff, I think did some good things, but at times just looked lost. I was concerned, and I think it was more about what Detroit didn't do. I mean, keep in mind, I don't know that Green Bay looked unbelievable. It still looks solid, but I think it's an overreaction. I think the Commanders are a good football team. I thought what they did in week 1 was pretty impressive, too. They shut down a bad team and won by double digits, which is what you need to do. I think Washington's right there in this game. I took 3.5.
Yeah, I think it matters a little bit. I don't want to overhype it, but Jaden Daniels under the lights had his coming out party at Cincinnati week 3 last year on Monday Night Football. They beat the Falcons on a Sunday night game to go to the playoffs. In the playoffs, 2 night games, beat the Bucks, beat the Lions. The only under the lights loss was against your Birds on the road, and kind of an ugly one. They lost by 8 in that one. But other than that, man, like he seems to really thrive in the big moment. So that has me a little bit confident for tonight.
Well, I also will point out, I mean, Washington has won 7 of their last 10 as an underdog outright. So, I mean, this is, near a flip. I mean, you're going to obviously give, the Packers a couple of points for being at home. But I will point out, I'm not sure that, I mean, Cliff, let me ask you, wouldn't it be more concerning to go to Green Bay in the middle of December as opposed to... Sure,
yeah, that's a good point.
I mean, it's a much better conditions spot to go to. I just think Green Bay's a little overvalued here. Look, if this is 2.5, 3, maybe you lean Green Bay, but you get a field goal and a hook here. Give me the Commanders.
All right, instead of sticking NFL, let's stick Thursday night because there's a game in the state of North Carolina, NC State at Wake Forest. And Wake has been, they woke up a little bit last week. They won 10-9 against Kennesaw and then beat Western Carolina last week 42-10. So we don't know what they are. I don't think they're a very good football team. NC State has kind of lived on the edge, got a stop against ECU late, got a pick against Virginia in the end zone late. So they have been backs against the wall their first 2 games, and they are 2-0. It's 2-0, 2-0. State, a 7.5-point road favorite, total 52.5. Any interest in the college game tonight?
No, I'm not really running to bet on NC State. I mean, do I think they win the game? Probably. I made the number 7, so I didn't really see much value there. They've won 3 straight games on the road and covered 3 straight games on the road, but as you alluded to, you're just kind of a team that look pretty good on offense. CJ Bailey's starting to gain some confidence, but I mean, this defense can't stop anybody. Virginia was up by double digits, should have won the game, and it really just kind of screwed it up towards the end. But it showed me something that NC State can't stop anybody. As you alluded to, I mean, ECU kind of moved the ball at will through the air. Morris did as well. I'm not sure that Robbie Ashford and Wake Forest are as potent, but, I mean, last year's game was high scoring. I kind of thought the total would maybe be a little higher, but I didn't ultimately get there in this game. I think NC State's going to play in a lot of close games all year.
Jeff Nadu joining us. Jeff, great week for the American last week with Army going to Manhattan and beating Kansas State. And, of course, the big one, South Florida beating Florida. I know you like the Gators, just kind of basing that off of, emotional win for South Florida. You look at their history against good teams and kind of going up in a weight class, and it hadn't been good. And if I told you, Jeff, that South Florida didn't score 20 points, you'd have probably been excited and said, okay, Florida covered that game. But the Gators offense stunk. I bring that up to say, here's South Florida again on the road, big underdog, similar number, 17.5. Miami, is this the week you can bet against South Florida and win? Or at this point, do you have to say, okay, maybe the Bulls are good, ride with them until they lose?
Yeah, so I've been right on South Florida once, and I've been wrong on South Florida once.
Right, yeah.
So I have the opportunity to kind of flip it and get a win here. I would take the points at this point. I think South Florida's answered every call, and when you really look into the statistics of this team, I'm not even sure we've seen them play their best game yet. I mean, I thought Byron Brown looked really good against Florida at times. He looked like that kind of dual threat guy. But the offense wasn't overly impressive. The defense has been really good, but they're still not statistically that good. They've had 18 penalties in 2 games, and they're still finding ways to win. I think they're a dangerous team that's improved. It doesn't look like they're going to get beat badly by really athletic, fast teams. I mean, when you look at Florida and Miami, Clip, who would you say is the better quarterback, Lagway or Carson Beck? I mean, you probably make the points Lagway, right? I mean...
Yeah, up in the air. I mean, the way Lagway played the second half of last year, yeah, I'd lean him.
But yeah, it's like right there. I mean, throw in the fact that, Miami, I mean, have they made strides defensively like we think they do? I just think 17.5 is a little high. I will point out, though, this number was bet up to 17.5 and actually 18 and then came back down. So the earliest of money came in on Miami, but I think you've got to look at what South Florida's done, and I think they're probably the most impressive team so far in America.
Jeff, moving on to Clemson, Georgia Tech. I think I saw the line at like 9.5 on Monday, and now it's at 3.5. Do you think that's right, or what's going on there?
Yeah, I would. I think if you didn't get Georgia Tech at least like 6, which you could have very easily had early in the week, I think you just got to skip this one and say, you know what, I missed the number. I'm not going to bet it at 3. If you're betting it at 3, I mean, you're really hurting yourself. And you're likely going to lose because you don't get the right number. I also will point out I wasn't as high on Georgia Tech as a lot of people were. That said, I mean, I've really seemingly done a 180 on Clemson. It seems like anytime we expect them to do really well, they just kind of laid an egg. They didn't look good in week 1. They were really poor last week at times against Troy, who's just kind of a middling Sun Belt team. I throw in the fact that you now got to go on the road and play this game. I think if it gets under maybe 3, and maybe you kind of look at Clemson and expect a bounce back, but I'm kind of numb on this one. I'm not a particular huge fan of either team at this point. So, I think if you like Georgia Tech, you probably should just skip it because you're not getting the best number, and you're likely going to lose because you didn't.
Jeff, I want to get your take on this East Carolina game because I've said all week, if I was unbiased, if I was just looking at this on paper and seeing ECU minus 7.5, total 56.5, I would say I'm betting East Carolina, and I'm taking the under because Coastal Carolina can't score. They scored 7 against Virginia in a blowout. They scored 13 last week against Charleston Southern in a 13-0 snooze fest. The problem is I've seen too many ECU football games over the years, and I feel like this is going to be close in the fourth quarter, and we're going to have to sweat it out. But how about ECU going on the road to Conway? Just a few years ago, these teams met in a bowl game. Holden Ahlers was putting up numbers. Grayson McCall was putting up numbers. Now ECU looks like they're in a pretty decent spot as far as a program. Coastal way down, Jeff, but they're going to figure it out eventually. I just hope it's not this Saturday. But what do those numbers say to you? What do you think?
Yeah, I remember that game a couple of years ago. I had the over. It was like 51-28 or something.
Yeah.
It was a high-scoring game. But, no, I will point out to your listeners, your viewers, this was a very sharp play early in the week. Sharp bettors came in and took ECU up from 4, 5, and up to 7, and now it's 7.5. So sharp money all over ECU here. I think it's still probably a little low. I'm putting it closer to 8.5. I think you made very good points about Coastal Carolina. I'm a little bit higher on ECU. Maybe I think because you're a fan and you kind of know the team and you've been there for these types of games. But this offense has shown. I was very interested in seeing were they going to last week completely pound a bad team. They jumped out to a 35-3 lead, never looked back. It's exactly what you need to do against those types of teams. I think Coastal Carolina stinks on defense. They can't score. I think ECU wins by double digits there.
And Nadu, we talked to you, and there were some big games in the Holton era, but we didn't. We talked to you after the Carden era. That was kind of our last time we were in the top 25. But man, this sets up. If the Pirates take care of business, this makes me nervous too. But if they take care of business, BYU at ECU next Saturday, 7:30 on ESPN2, sets up a big game week, a big game. So I'm really hoping they can get this one done because we haven't had kind of those big games around here in a while. So that would be a fun one.
Yeah, this is a real big stretch for ECU. A must win. You got to have this game. You can't come in and lose or struggle here. I think ECU will be a dog shortly next week. You then get Army at home. You get a good group of games coming.
Yeah,
to be
tough.
Quite honest.
Yeah,
a couple of good home games.
Yeah, I think Tulane after that, or shortly after that.
Yeah, bye and then Tulane.
Yeah. All right, man. Ton of games I want to ask you about. We'll try to get you on Nadu Saturday because I want to hit Vandy, South Carolina is pretty fascinating to me. I want to fade Vandy after a pretty big win last week against Virginia Tech, but do you think they can go 2 in a row on the road, Jeff? They got the Gamecocks Saturday night.
Yeah, this one's been coming down too. Lot of bettors seemingly like Vandy here. They've been good as a dog. Covered 8 of 10. They've been kind of that dog in the SEC. It seems like they win every game when they're an underdog. This is a big step up, though. Obviously after that Virginia Tech game, South Carolina's legit. They've got a great quarterback. I was kind of numb on this one. Vandy, for what it's worth, for as good as they've been the last year or two as a dog, I mean, they have gotten pounded by South Carolina. 3 straight losses by double digits. So at home, I kind of lean South Carolina personally.
Honestly, I just love that, it doesn't have to be Georgia, Tennessee. Vandy, South Carolina is a good game. I'm really looking forward to that one.
I actually really like Georgia in this game. Really like them.
Okay.
You look at what Kirby Smart's been able to do. I mean, he has just dominated Josh Heupel. And look, I want to give credit. I mean, Aguilar's been really good. I think some of the stuff you're seeing from his family, I think that's really cool, obviously, as a human being. But this is a really tough spot. You gotta now step it up. And this isn't Syracuse or East Tennessee State. You now have to face one of the best defenses in the country, a coach who has your number. Throw in the fact that Tennessee is a big public dog. I'm gonna be on Georgia here. I think they win going away.
All right, Jarrett. Raiders 1-0. I know you want to get Nadu's take on Monday night. So
Nadu. I'm not gonna sit here and call the Raiders the greatest show on turf or anything, but what that offense did last week is not really anything I've seen lately from the Raiders. So, what do you think their chances are Monday night against the Chargers?
Yeah, I'll give them some credit. I was wrong. I was pretty high on the Patriots coming into the season, but yet again, just a listless offensive performance. I don't even know that we saw the best game from – I mean, they only scored 20, but, yeah, Geno and Ginty and Bowers look like a star. Yeah, it's exciting time. That said, I mean, the Chargers look damn good as well. I think you'll be in a good spot here because the public will be all over the Chargers. I don't think people kind of realized how good the Raiders played last week. They're going to be in another dog spot. You're not dealing with some fly-by-night coach anymore. You got a good coaching staff there, a good quarterback. +3. I'll take a home dog here. You can even get 3.5 at most spots, so make sure you look around. But, yeah, I like Vegas. Defense isn't great. I think the secondary is concerning long-term, but I think they get the job done here.
Nadu's not here to blow smoke up our ass, whether it comes to ECU, Commanders, Raiders. So that's his genuine thoughts.
I mean, he said everything I've said about this team, and
we don't care what you say.
Well, no, just the fact that he said a lot of people don't know how good they are. Everybody just sees 20 on the scoreboard, sees 38 for Ginty in the stat sheet. It's like, oh, it must have been a poor offensive game, but it was actually pretty good.
I know you'll be smiling until Monday night now, just after hearing that. All right, Nadu, we'll wrap it up, man. We didn't hit a ton of games. It's a great slate for NFL and college. Anything you really like before we go here today?
Yeah, I'll throw one out that we won't get to because it starts before Saturday. I like Kansas State this week against Arizona. I bet against this group last week. I loved Army. I actually took them on the money line as well. I had a little Army in my pocket. I think you have to be very quick in college football to forget what you saw the week before. Chris Kleiman's a good coach. I think he rallies this group. I still think they have a good quarterback. I'm not ready to believe in Arizona. K-State's had kind of a murderer's row outside of North Dakota. They've had a couple of tough games, tough situations. I think you're finally past that Dublin stuff. I think getting out of Manhattan might be a good thing here for this group. This is a coin flip. I think that K-State should probably be nearly a 3-point favorite. They're only about a 1.5 favorite. Take them on the money line. I think Arizona's improving. I'm not ready to think that they can beat, to me, what I think is still a favorite in the Big 12. Give me K-State.
K-State against Arizona, the play. All right, Nadu, man, awesome stuff, dude. Appreciate you joining us today. By the way, Jeff, I signed up on, is it Profit X? Is that the app?
Clip.
Yeah, and look, we have a lot of fans that like listening to Jeff Nadu. If you appreciate him coming on Pirate Radio, sign up for Profit X. I mean, it's go ahead.
And I'll really just state, I mean, it's something that if you're betting on sports, I mean, you should be getting the best line. And I'm always going to put out stuff that I believe in. I'm getting the best lines a lot of the time on Profit X. They're never going to limit you. They're never going to cut you off. It's a little bit different than a sports book. But, yeah, I highly recommend it. Check it out. there in North Carolina or the surrounding areas.
Sign up, throw in some bucks, and use the promo code Jeff Nadu, and show your appreciation to Jeff.
Nice,
yeah, man. Appreciate you joining us, Nadu. I'll text you Saturday. We'll see if we can get you on during the busy game day.
I'll be there.
Jeff Nadu joining us on the Turner Home Team Live Line. Let's take a break. We'll come back, talk to former Pirate Will Coates, get a grade on the O-line through 2 weeks of this football season. We'll get his brief thoughts on Campbell when we return. Then at 5 o'clock, talk ECU Coastal Carolina with the former Pirate O-lineman. Back with you, Pirate Radio Live on a Thursday after this.
At National Finance, we're all about hometown support, just like ECU football. National Finance helps us win on and off the field. They've got your back when you need it most. Fast, easy personal loans for life's big plays. And just like us, they're committed to Eastern North Carolina. National Finance, proud supporters of ECU athletics. Visit nfcmoney.com for loans as fast as today.
Want to make your day better? You can now order 2 large original crust one-topping pizzas from Papa John's for only $9.99 each. Take advantage of this awesome carry-out special now by logging on to papajohns.com and make today a pizza day for only $9.99 each. Papa John's is the MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards and start earning points for your favorite menu items. Go Pirates! The stifling heat of summer, the bitter cold of winter. What do they have in common? The extreme temperatures of both force your home's heating and cooling system to work overtime to keep you comfortable. And that can cost you a lot of money. Fortunately, your neighbors at Greenville Utilities have several ways you can save energy. And that means saving you money on your utility bills. Just go to GUC.com and look for ways to save. That's GUC.com.
Hey Pirate Nation, are you in the market for a member-focused local credit union or making a switch from your existing one? Then explore First Flight Credit Union with branches across Eastern North Carolina where all residents are membership eligible. First Flight members experience in-person service, competitive savings, and loan rates. Everything from automobile, boat, and home loans, First Flight has you covered. First Flight is more than just a branch. They're on a mission to take better care of our community. Stop by one of their local branches today or visit efirstflight.com. First Flight is insured by the NCUA and an equal housing lender.
Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is kicking off the Driving into Fall sales event. Right now, get $8,000 off on America's favorite SUV, the new 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokee. Cruise into savings with $9,000 off on a new 2025 Jeep Gladiator, or power up with Ram and get $13,000 in savings plus 3.9%. Leads are falling, and so are the prices. Come see us at Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Drive a little, save a lot.
Need to sell your house fast without fixing or even cleaning it? Call the Turner Home Team.
Hey, this is proud ECU alumni Justin Turner with the Turner Home Team. We buy houses as is in any condition for cash, and we can close in just days. As a real estate investor and licensed agent, my team and I can give you options when you need to sell. Sell fast or sell for top dollar. You choose what's best.
Call Turner Home Team or visit theturnerhometeam.com. They'll make a no obligation cash offer for your home today.
Turner Home Team. Pirates supporting pirates.
East Coast Grading and Utilities is your source for clearing, hauling dirt, and concrete work. East Coast Grading and Utilities handles all sewer and water issues as well.
I'm David Bond. Whether putting in a new subdivision or helping you with any and all of your drainage problems, I can get the job done. Call me at 531-7494.
No job is too big or too small. East Coast Grading and Utilities. Friends helping friends. 531-7494 for East Coast Grading and Utilities.
Russell's is a full-service clothing store for both men and women. Family-owned and operated in historic downtown Washington for 41 years. This is Rhonda from Russell's, and we visit the country's largest markets to bring you quality clothing at affordable prices. From the finest in men's suits, sports coats, and accessories to fashionable dresses, tops, and jewelry for the women. Our attention to every detail means personal service and in-house alterations. Give Russell's a try. You, our pirate friends and customers at Russell's Clothing in downtown Washington. Go Pirates.
This is Ryder Giles, and you're listening to Pirate Radio,
the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. The Pirate Radio app is available now. Powered by Flatlands Jessup and Carolina Caliber. Download the app today and have Pirate Radio at your fingertips. Now, back to the show.
And welcome back in. Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, get rid of unwanted hair and under-eye fat pads? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar MediSpa for a free consultation and ask about their newest technologies and treatments. Beauty Bar MediSpa on Red Banks Road, Greenville. Enjoy your visit. Love your transformation. Now, let's take it back in. Here's Cliff.
All right, thank you, Jackson. We got Nick, we got Jared Watkins, and former Pirate Will Coates joining us now in the Pirate Radio studios. We've got a few minutes before we need to take a break, and we don't need a lot of time to recap Campbell ECU. Pirates took care of business. Will, it was good to see. How you doing, first of all?
Doing well. Glad to be back.
Yeah, welcome in. We wanted to see East Carolina just go out there and do what they're supposed to do. I think they did that and more on Saturday. Let's give the defense some love. That's 5 straight quarters without allowing a touchdown. And we've been in these FCS games before. We've lost a few of them. We've been in nail biters. Taylor Heineke came in here with ODU one year and slung it around. And I heard Shane Carden on a show recently say, damn, we got a ball game. He thought it would be a blowout. But defense had none of that on Saturday, and they put together 2 pretty good games, and we were worried about that going into this year. How do you think they've played so far?
Yeah, really proud of how this defense is done with Coach Aldridge and Coach Harrell. You know, I think they came together and have impressed a lot of people so far throughout this year, you know, especially in that state game. You know, they gave up some points early, but they settled down in the second half and then really came out this past week against Campbell and showed what they were capable of, only allowing 3 points.
What's been the key in your eyes, whether it be a unit, a player or two? Like, what's kind of stood out to you defensively in the first 2 games?
I think just them playing as a unit.
Yeah.
I think everybody's bought into what they're trying to do as a defense, and they look really well playing together out there. So, Will,
were you part of the O-line versus D-line wing eating contest?
Yes,
that thing we did?
I did that in Little Washington last year, yeah.
Preston Carr was also a part of that, and he was a big fella and all, but, man, seeing him on TV, maybe I just misremembered what he looked like, but I swear he's gotten bigger. Like, he looks like a man among boys out there right now.
Yeah, man, it's wild. I think the transition in a lot of kids since, you know, I mean, obviously we had a strength and conditioning coach come in right after the bowl game and stuff, and he was released, and then Coach Baggett came in. But I think they've done a really good job in the weight room with nutrition and stuff like that, and these kids are packing on good weight. So,
I mean, post-game press conference, Preston Carr walks in full gear. And it's like, good God. I didn't know they made them that big. Because, I mean, we had, like, London, we had Caton.
Right,
and we had Blake Harrell. And then it's, hey, how's it going?
A mountain of a man, Preston Carr. And that's huge, man. Holden shouted out him and Zion. We've got with Tay out, with Morris out, with Surratt out. Like, we were kind of worried about that D-line. So far, so good, right? They got to keep it going, but that they've lived up to the test so far.
Yeah, absolutely. And I also think going into Coastal this week, you know, Coastal's offense hasn't been very productive, so I think this will be a big week for them as well.
We had some concerns even after the Campbell game. We got some calls about the running game and the O-line, and we'll dive more into this in the 5 o'clock hour. But how about just so far the O-line through 2 games? What have you seen?
I think it definitely took a step forward in the game against Campbell. It's still not as good as I would like to see, and I'm sure it's still not as good as Coach Maddox and Coach Harrell would like to see. So really interested to see how they take a step forward this week at Coastal.
One thing I'm optimistic about, talked about this with Rajay this week, they got better as the year went on last year. So we're not seeing it at its best right now, obviously. That gives me some hope that the same thing can happen this year.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We'll stay right there. We'll get your thoughts on ECU Coastal when we return. Will's got a take on the quarterback play of Coastal and why they might find a little more offense this week. We'll see. ECU and Coastal coming up 7:30 Saturday. We'll be with you 3:30 Saturday on the Bud Light pregame tailgate, taking you up to that kickoff. And we're back with you. One more hour to go on Pirate Radio Live after this.
You would do anything to keep your family safe. Don't leave safety to chance with national companies or do-it-yourself systems. Hi, this is Mike Robertson, the owner of SCI Technologies. We have recently merged with High-Tech Communications to become North Carolina's premier security, audio, and fire alarm provider. The most cost-effective solutions for your home or business security and life safety needs. SCI Technologies, 252-321-7006. That's 321-7006.
Shiny teeth in me.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Dr. Holly, owner of Pirate Dental. At Pirate Dental, we fix teeth. Does your tooth hurt?
They fix teeth.
Chipped tooth?
They fix teeth.
Need a second opinion?
We fix teeth.
Need a crown, have a cavity? We fix teeth. Bottom line, at Pirate Dental, we fix teeth. Call us today at 252-321-2500 or visit us at piratedental.com. Online appointments available. Pirate Dental, we fix teeth. Go Pirates.
Shiny teeth in me.
Here with Brian Cook, the comptroller for Greenville Motor Company and Greenville Auto World. Talk a little bit about the financing options that you provide.
We're here to help anybody from bad credit, poor credit, rebuilding credit, or great credit. We find the best deal through over 30 lenders here that we work with every day, and we're focused on finding the best fit for all our customers.
One website, two outstanding dealerships, Greenville Motor Company, Greenville Auto World. Try us, trust us at drivehherenow.com.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Caroline Cook, and if you need an experienced realtor from Eastern North Carolina that was born a pirate, then give me a call. I'm committed to helping you find your dream home, selling your property for the best possible price, and providing top-notch real estate services. I pride myself on local knowledge, professionalism, and commitment to exceeding your expectations. Explore my website, CarolineCookHomes.com, to learn more about the services I provide and the properties I have to offer. Start your real estate journey today by calling 341-1992. Go Pirates!
When it comes to protecting your home, don't gamble with just any roofer. Trust the pros at the Boone Group Roofing. Locally owned by Toot Boone, they've been serving all of Eastern North Carolina with honest, high-quality roofing you can count on. They offer no money down, and every job is backed by a 5-year workmanship warranty, because your roof should be done right the first time. Don't wait. Call today at 252-714-0021. For a roof that's built to last and service you can trust, the Boone Group Roofing is on top of their game.
The Toot Boone Boogie.
Beauty Bar Medi Spa offers non-surgical aesthetics. Our expert team of licensed professionals is dedicated to offering personalized solutions, giving you stunning, natural-looking results. Fall into beauty with our biggest sale of the year, starting September 15th. Enjoy exclusive savings and products including Botox, Xeomin, dermal fillers, laser treatments, hydrofacials, and more. Don't miss out on this incredible sale, September 15th through September 26th. Beauty Bar Medi Spa is located on 1021 Red Banks Road. For more information on all of our services, visit beautybarmedispa.com. Fall into beauty and mark your calendars. Go Pirates!
Hey, Pirate fans! I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. A win isn't a win without the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri. Proudly distributed locally by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989.
Jimmy John's hot sandwiches are here.
Jimmy John's hot sandwiches are here. Hot sandwiches are Jimmy John's hot sandwiches are here. Hot sandwiches are here. The pilot can't steer?
No, Jimmy John's hot sandwiches are here.
That's worse.
Jimmy John's new hot sandwiches are finally here.
Get ready for a crispier, crunchier, meltier, gooier Jimmy John's experience. Toasted sandwiches are here. Try the brand new toasted category or get any sandwich in the favorites category toasted to golden perfection. Jimmy John's in Greenville and Wilson and online at jimmyjohns.com. Go Pirates!
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
And welcome back in. Brown & Wood is your home of the best selection of GMC, Cadillac, Buick, and Mazda in Eastern North Carolina since 1937. Shop their entire inventory online at brownandwoodauto.com or visit them on Greenville Boulevard. Brown & Wood, Greenville's #1 dealership and the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. Now, let's take it back in. Here's Clip.
All right, watching SportsCenter live from Winston-Salem. SportsCenter will be live from Greenville, North Carolina.
2 weeks for the Army game.
2 Thursdays from today, before ECU and Army go at it. Is that
2 weeks?
Is our math right? Our math right on that?
It's on the 25th.
Through, yeah.
Okay.
2 weeks is some change.
All right. Tonight, Commanders, Packers.
Yep.
Studio B, what happens tonight in that NFL game?
I'm going to say it's going to be a shootout. It's going to be a wild one. Both offenses have had a week. They now know and have gotten back into it. But, I guess, less than a week. But they've already got one game in, which is the big.
I understand.
That's the big thing.
Commanders got more rest, by the way.
Commanders did.
3 more hours of rest. That's huge.
Sure. Yeah, that'll make a difference.
Get to it. What do you got?
Commanders by 7.
You just 7.
Crazy.
I mean, yeah, Nick.
Crazy take.
Who's the home team?
That would be Green Bay.
Green Bay close.
Okay.
But I hope that Bill has a great game because he's on my fantasy team.
I do have Bill first touchdown plus 1,400.
I got Terry.
Kenny says tie.
Nice.
I might take that.
I like that.
I might take that.
I'm down for it. I like a tie.
I'm both wearing one and.
No, I don't like wearing a tie.
All right, Will, we have a question in our Chili Water chat gang on YouTube. Chili Water, pure ice cold refreshment from the Black Creek Aquifer, canned to protect the water we all love. Chili Water, the good water in your hand. Order 12 packs now at chiliwater.com. Find it at a store near you. Former Pirate O-lineman Will Coates joining us. And Skip says, Will, do you think the offensive line splits need to be wider? Let's get technical, baby.
Honestly, God, I haven't really paid a lot of attention to that. I don't know, but I think honestly I think they're fine right where they're at. I don't think widening them out anymore is going to really change a whole lot. They just got to do their assignments and start executing up front better.
All right. When you look at Coastal, it's been pretty bleak offensively for them. 7 against Virginia in a blowout, only 13 points against Charleston Southern in a shutout. Defense pitches a shutout. But, Will, you talked off there about both of these quarterbacks. One of the cool parts of the transfer portal is, I'm not following Coastal Carolina recruiting, but I know of other names when they transfer in from other schools. So we've kind of heard of these guys before. But you got Morris and you got Tad, and it sounds like they might be making a change at quarterback. Do you think that will lead to more productivity for this Coastal offense?
I think through 2 weeks with them at Coastal, I mean, they obviously had a rough one starting out at UVA, and then last week against Charleston Southern, that's an FCS school that they were probably expecting to go in there, run it up on, and they could never get anything clicking. And I think Tad came in the second half of that game a little bit, maybe played some. I think he might have handed the ball off a little bit more than he did pass it. But, I think going in there this weekend, I think you could see Tad come out being the starter and seeing if they could get something going different.
Sounds like you said you like their skill guys, right? Like they've got some weapons. Somebody's just got to get it to them.
I think they do have some weapons. I'll be interested to see if they can finally make something click this week. Hopefully not. So we'll see.
Well, they ran for over 200 last week. Obviously, scoreboard doesn't show that with only 13 points. But if Tad can be the slightest bit, I don't want to say mediocre, but if he can be just competent, I think Coastal can give us a shot.
How about our run defense so far? Like that first drive against State, they were going 8 yards a play basically. Seemed like after that, there was a lot of this on Saturday too. A lot of 2nd and 12s, a lot of runs 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage to start drives, and the Pirate defense was winning on first down. But how about versus the run game so far this year? What have you seen, Will?
I think other than that State game, and honestly the State game, that's just more of first game of the year, getting the jitters out, just kind of settling in and being comfortable. And obviously we saw that really after that first drive, or you can just say the first half.
Right.
Where, I thought everybody was settled in, and then obviously last week against Campbell, they didn't have much at all.
And I mean, what do you remember from State, Jared, about the passing? Because there wasn't anything going on against Campbell, so we kind of have to go back to the State game. How about our secondary so far?
I I said this at the state game. It kind of felt like a bend, don't break.
Yeah.
Hey, if you let up a big play, just make sure you get them on the ground, and we'll be able to get a stop down the field. And they did a great job of containing Hollywood Smothers after the first quarter, really.
His average was like 3 points. It was pretty respectable.
Yeah, I mean, in that first half, it's like, God, we're not going to be mainly the first quarter, we're not going to be able to stop Bailey on the ground or Smothers. And then I remember being on the field in that third quarter and just like it felt like we had a guy in the backfield chasing somebody down every play.
Really proud of that defense, though, top to bottom. Really starting off at the top with Jamarley and Teagan.
Yeah.
Back deep, coming in, making plays. Really, I think what Coach Harrell was expecting out of them, they've lived up to what he's wanted. Really impressed with, honestly, our linebacker play, with Sam Donka and Dede and them is what I call Dede. Dede, that's just what I call them. But really impressed with them. I think that was a question mark for me on the defense with linebackers losing Zakai.
Yeah.
So, I think that was a big deal. And then obviously, like you said, defensive lines kind of showed up and played a little bit better than what people thought. So really proud of that defense right now.
It's kind of funny that Teagan Wilk has been around the block. He's the elder statesman. But I remember after Media Day, Jarrett, Jamarley Riddle won your most mature
and it had
Pirate
nothing
Award.
to do with my conversation with him. It's just like everybody I talked to about like stepping up in a leadership role.
Yeah.
And just how fall camp's gone. Everybody's like, well, he's a sophomore, but
A true sophomore, right?
Well, I'll tell you what, a true sophomore. But he came in last year, man, and by the time he got here and fall camp got here, the kid knew the playbook. He knew what we were trying to do from a defensive standpoint, and he just developed so quickly and matured so quickly. Like, he's been on top of it.
I love having those two guys on the back end. In fact, when I asked Blake Harrell at Media Day, who's your quarterback of the defense, and usually it's your middle linebacker or maybe a big guy in the middle or something on that D-line. But he said the two safeties. Those are the guys that he's really counting on this year on that Pirate defense. Let's switch sides of the ball. Kenny, Chili Water Chat Gang says, Pirates running game will shine this week. London Montgomery over 100 yards. Will he get enough touches? Because they have really spread it around.
I don't think he'll get enough. I mean, unless he breaks one for
which he can do.
60, which he can. I think they like the rotation like it is. And, I mean, even last week, the three guys that are in the main rotation, none of them were the leading rusher of the game.
Yeah, it was England.
And that's why Blake Harrell was kind of not happy with how the run game went last week because a lot of it came once the starters went out with Engelman and Dwan Lacey coming in. So I think London can get that. Like I said, he has that home run ability, but I don't think London gets over 100 yards.
That all comes down to what we talked about earlier, Will. Can this O-line progress as the weeks go on? Yeah,
I'm interested to see what happens this week, just from talking around. I think Coastal kind of plays a version of what Tim Beck had at NC State. So I think they're in a little bit of a 3-3 stack almost. And if you don't know, obviously Tim Beck was the OC at State a few years back, now the head coach at Coastal. So I think you're going to see some similarities to what maybe you saw last year at the bowl game. Obviously, some little bit different, but I think one thing Coastal does do is, do a good job of keeping the ball in front of them. So I think you're going to see a lot of short yardage gains, maybe 3 to 4 yards on runs here and there, and just keep chipping away until they break. So
Blake Harrell talked about Monday, and everybody you've talked about with Coastal talks about the Mike Leach connection. But I mean, you remember Mike Leach? It's a lot of throwing the ball. Do you think they focus really on running because of poor quarterback play? That's for both of y'all. I mean,
and maybe that's why they make this change, and maybe they come out more aggressively.
Yeah, I mean, Mike Leach ran the ball and had good run games, but I mean, you think of Mike Leach offense, you think of an air raid,
By the way, purple versus teal, but a lot of red connections with NC State. You mentioned Beck, Morris. Learned this in the interview. Grayson McCall is a coach now.
Yeah,
he was at both spots, and of course Anthony Smith on our side, former Wolfpacker. So, and Jarrett used to go to state games.
Yeah, I grew up in the Triangle area.
Will, where are you from originally?
Clayton.
All right, so who'd you root for growing up?
I've grown up a Pirate my whole life.
All right, nice. Yeah. All right, there you go. Family influenced, right?
Absolutely.
Yes, sir. All right. Anything else we need to hit on the New Blue Pirate Report with Blake Harrell? We've hit a lot of these cuts this week. Anything we can run? Let's
6.
Something Will would be interested in. Let's do number 4. Blake Harrell was asked about what the offense can do to help open up the run game.
Yeah, we got to get our pad level down, take good first steps. It really comes back to technique and fundamentals. I mean, move guys off the ball. I'm kind of old school with that. You know, the offense I was around for the first, 10 years of my coaching, college career was the triple option. And those guys were always down the field. We never worried about RPO or anything like that. But, we got to move guys up front, do a better job covering them up and move our feet a little bit. And we got better. I did think we made an improvement from week 1 to week 2. We got to continue to do that every single week and just get those guys going. And some of it's on the backs, too. We got to make sure we're making the right cuts and the right vision. And we'll continue to work, some inside run and some run fits in our practice. We did that again this morning. So I think every single day, that's got to be our focus and every single week. Because we know, like, if we can run the football, how much more of our offense that'll open up. And we still got, ways to go. And defensively, too. I mean, if we can run the football in practice, that's going to make our defense better. And I think that's where it all starts on both sides of the football.
All right. Physicality. Also, I want to hear the tackling comment, too, just to get Will's take on that. Cut 5, can you improve tackling from week to week? And also, have you noticed kids are coming in not tackling correctly?
Bailey was just like, I went to a high school game the other night and nobody knew how to tackle. These true freshmen, are you noticing something there?
Cut 5.
Well, if they can't tackle me or you, Brian, they're in really bad shape, especially if they can't tackle me. I don't move very fast. But I think a couple of things. I think, yes, you can improve your tackling every single week, and you better improve your tackling every single week or you're in trouble. And I think, it's individually, it's collective, and some of it's just effort-based. If we can, me and a teammate can vice somebody up in a phone booth, we can probably get them tackled. If I'm in that phone booth by myself, I might miss. So we got to do a better job of getting effort and getting 11 hats to the ball. Sometimes when you miss a tackle and there's 11 hats there, it doesn't look as bad. But I think the big thing is just focusing on our fundamentals, eyes. We get tired, we get lazy, we get our eyes down. We don't take the extra step. We lunge, we reach. And the old saying, you reach, I teach, those type of things. And I think, back to your point about high school football and some things like that, I think the tackling's changed. I think some of us, you see better athletes carrying the ball. If we go back to tackling 20 years ago, everything was in a small box, confined box, and everybody only had to tackle within a 3-foot space, and the hole was pretty small. Now you're playing sideline to sideline, you get spread out. You got pretty good athletes carrying the football that can make you miss, so that's part of it as well. But, we just got to keep teaching and focus on the fundamentals, and that's just getting our feet to contact, bending the knees, eyes up, all those things.
Will, you guys, and I've heard that, Blake Harrell and company try to run it as physical as possible leading up to the season, but until you face that first opponent, like you can't hardly duplicate it. So how tough is it early on, week 1, week 2, not just for the defense tackling, but also you guys with the physicality?
I think that's just something that comes from experience of playing football, man. I mean, you grow up your whole life, year to year, like nothing changes when the pads go on. You got to realize, like, the intensity is going to be different. Like, people are going to want to come out there and hit harder, And so, I don't know, man. I think Harold hit the nail right on the head right there, talking about tackling. And I also think from the offensive standpoint, talking about running the ball this week, I think, like you said, we got to be aggressive up front. We've got to want to go get after them. We've got to know left tackle to right tackle what our responsibilities are each play, and we got to come off the ball and want to go finish people.
Have you looked at it close enough, Will? Holt Naylor's pointed out, I know at the end of the state game, he pointed it out because he's a Conley boy, just like these two guys. Panda Askew and Bryce Weaver got some action in the game. But have you noticed different guys playing during games on the O-line?
So I think they've stayed pretty solid with left tackle, center, and right guard, and they've kind of floated Cooper and Bryce back and forth a little bit there at right tackle, and then Panda and Kyle Long at left guard.
Okay.
And think, if you go and watch the second half of the state game, I think you saw, never really got the run game established. I think the run game started to look a little bit better in the second half. And I think Panda and Bryce were both in at that point in time. Going into last week, I think they're still trying to fill it out and see who they really feel most comfortable with. And honestly, I don't think our run game was strong enough against Campbell to really make that final decision. So hopefully they figure something out this week at practice.
Got to see it get better every week.
Yep.
Well, a lot of the run game issues is just what the defense is giving you. And but Blake Harrell's talked about that. Caton Hauser sees something.
Well, we don't have any critiques on the passing game.
Absolutely not. Yeah.
If you want to find something, Will, please feel free. But they've looked pretty dang good on that side.
Yeah, I don't have anything to say really about the passing game.
He's combined for 680. He hasn't thrown a pick.
And at some point, that's got to equate to a good run game because teams are just going to sit back, do all they can. Yeah. All right. Cut 6. Are you concerned with anyone missing the Coastal game due to bumps and bruises?
Yeah, I don't have many bumps and bruises this week, so I feel pretty good. You know, I think here's what it is. You play in a ball game, you're going to have bumps and bruises. You know, I think we came out of that game pretty healthy. You know, able to play a lot of players, and I think the max number of snaps was pretty low. So that does help in a game like that you kind of getting extra mileage out of some guys. And we try to do that, especially on the defensive side of the ball, substitute a lot. Offensively, been rotating more than we have in the past, especially in the line. So I think that's going to help us stay healthy throughout the season and keep pushing forward through there. And you know, you got to learn to play with bumps and bruises too. You know, there's a little bit of mental and physical toughness to that. Of just fighting through it, and you're not always going to feel as good as you felt in the summer before you hit anybody or touched anybody. So some of that's just you got to learn to go with it, and so is the other team. So
they keep adding games to this NFL schedule, and as much as we love football as fans, it's crazy to think they're in 17 of these, and then a long playoffs, and then in college football now, if you're winning a championship, you're playing in your conference championship, couple of playoff games, like you're up to
16.
Yeah, like and Will, you can attest to it. Like you never feel as good as you are when you head into week 1 the rest of the year, right? So like you just dealing with it's the big part, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, obviously you get some wear and tear as the season goes on, but I think that's the big thing that Coach Harrell has been big on is taking care of the players, making sure people are getting the recovery and the rest that they need, and you know, not overdoing it, not exhausting them to the point that, you know, forcing somebody into an injury almost. So.
I hear a lot of guys, and it sounds like it's being stressed more, maybe even in high school, but coming into a program that when they're freshmen, they didn't take the recovery part serious enough. Like they work out, they play, and then go on about their life. And you know, Rajay, he was an old man by the time he left ECU, but he talked about that recovery part and being with the trainers and annoying them to the point where he had to get his body right every week. That's huge, right?
Yeah. I think recovery is definitely a big part, and I agree with that statement. You know, coming in freshman year, you know, going into the training room and just doing recovery stuff, even if you don't have anything wrong. That's something that not a lot of people go in there and do because they think, oh, man, like I don't need it. It's not that big of a deal. But as you progress further on into your second, third year, fourth year, however many years you end up being there, you start to realize that, you know, it's more of a big deal, and it's actually really helpful for you.
Will, I don't know how much you look at lines of football games, but East Carolina's favored to win this game by a little more than a touchdown. You heard the tail end of Jeff Nadeau's conversation. He said Pirates double digits, and sounds like you're going to co-sign on that.
Yeah, I'm going to co-sign on that. I think it's going to be a big week for our defense. You know, Coastal's offense hasn't done anything very much at all. So I think if we can go out there and constantly force Coastal's offense off the field from a defensive standpoint and keep their defense on the field, eventually at some point with how explosive this offense is, they'll break. And once that happens, whenever that is, I feel like we can come out and keep stacking on some points.
I'm excited to see special teams.
Yes.
Because their special teams sucked against Virginia, and that's why they got blown out by so much. And then last week, Kyler Pearson, he had a great return. He got brought back because of holding, but I mean, it just seemed like every time he took the ball, he was just running through everybody.
Jared, Will, why is the total, the over-under in this game, 56.5? Coastal can barely get a first down. Where are all these points coming from?
Maybe they think ECU.
Well, ECU's a 7.5-point favorite. Yeah. So they're saying...
And the team total's 33.5 for
right.
ECU.
So they're saying Coastal gets in the 20s at least.
Maybe quarterback change.
Maybe.
They're thinking that.
But that just seems like a lot of points to me. 56.5 total points.
I don't think... 56 seems like a lot for me. I think this is a ball game that you see somewhere around, you know, in my opinion. I was talking about this earlier with my brother, but I think you see ECU win this ball game somewhere around like the 35-7, 35-14, somewhere around that.
I'll tell you that.
I've been saying 23-7 all week, so.
Again, and God, that defense is going to be feeling really good if any of those scores are right.
Yeah.
If they can come out of 3 weeks and having that point total come up with BYU. And we love a rocking Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium. And if the Pirates take care of business this week, I don't even need a blowout. I just want to win. I'll take any kind of win. 2-1, BYU coming, ESPN2, 7:30, sets up for a big one, man.
Absolutely. I think that is probably the game that I'm most excited for on the schedule this year, especially coming off the year that they had last year at BYU. Even though they did lose their quarterback to Tulane, which we'll see later on in the season, I think that is my biggest game that I'm most excited for this year. I think Dowdy will be rocking, and I think the boys will be ready for sure.
And I like the Memphis game, but you got to win those types of games against BYU and Coastal and Army to set up even bigger games. So, you win those, that Memphis game down the line could be huge.
Just keeps on help building confidence.
Yes, sir. Coming up tonight also on ESPN, NC State, Wake Forest. Kind of sounded like you're putting the Pack on a little bit of an upset alert tonight, or
no? Okay,
no. All right.
Nah.
Pack win.
That's the type of games that Dave Dorn likes to lose.
I know.
But after kind of seeing Wake Forest the first 2 weeks, I guess they don't look very promising.
They do not look like the fun, high-scoring Wake Forest of the past. They look pretty boring.
Yeah.
So, but again, the State's lost this game 100 times, so I would just be worried about that if I'm a Pack fan.
Dave Dorn's got to have a good one at some point. I mean, he's had two where it's like, all right, you probably shouldn't have won that game, but you did. Good for you.
Yeah.
I feel like he needs a decisive win, and this is one I think that they can get.
Yeah, I think for the State faithful, it'll be good if they can go out tonight and put their foot on Wake Forest's throat and just go out there and finish them.
North Carolina has a FCS opponent Saturday, Richmond, so should be 2-1. But any thoughts on the Belichick experiment so far, Will?
I ain't got a lot of faith in Belichick, We'll see as the season goes on, but I ain't got much to say about that.
Yeah, that's rough. But, yeah, Richmond coming up this week. How about South Florida? From the American, knocking off Boise State. Not knocking off, blowing out Boise State, and then surviving and winning at the end against Florida. I wish they kind of had an FCS opponent to get to 3-0.
Yeah,
instead,
just a little bit of a break.
Yeah, they go on the road to Miami.
Yeah, I think, honestly, really exciting. I actually watched the end of that Florida USF game, and it's really exciting. Byron Brown, their quarterback, he's a Raleigh kid. He's from Raleigh. And so somebody I grew up playing against and stuff. So it was exciting to be able to watch somebody like that go down there. And
did he go straight to South Florida?
Yeah, he's been in South Florida his whole career. Yeah.
Okay, good for him.
I know we got to get to break, but they had the end of South Florida on the Jumbotron in Dowdy.
Oh, cool.
During a media timeout, and as soon as the media timeout ended was the last play of the game, and I was kind of upset. Can we extend the media timeout?
Let's have a little awareness.
They took it off, and I'm like, there's 3 sets. They're about to do something here. South Florida's going to kick the game-winning field goal. You turn it off.
And they hit it. And then Tulane hosting Duke this week. Very interesting game. Tulane looked at as a contender to win this league, Will. And Duke, we talked about, could be the best team in the state of North Carolina. They didn't look like it in the second half against Illinois. But interesting game coming up Saturday night there.
Yeah, I think Duke looked really well in the first half against Illinois. I thought they looked great, especially right there going into halftime. They came back and scored a touchdown, make it, I think it was a 3-point game or maybe a touchdown. And so, they've been playing really well, even ever since Elko got there, even though he's at Texas A&M now. He kind of turned that program around and got it going in a good direction. And I think I can't even remember the guy that's the head coach there now, but he's kind of
Manny Diaz.
Manny Diaz, yeah, he's kind of continued that. So I think the boys are playing good at Duke, and I think it'll be a good ball game this week.
And I love Anthony Smith got to beat his old team in a bowl game, play him again this year. Mensa, the quarterback at Duke, came from Tulane, and Duke paid him a ton of money. Now he has to go back to New Orleans to face Tulane. So I think that should be a pretty good atmosphere Saturday night. All right, Will, appreciate you hanging out, man. You said there's a possibility you can roll with us.
Yeah,
we got Greg Hudson next, the former defensive coordinator. We'll get a little O-line versus D-line talk. Coach Hud will join us live, I believe, from South Bend when we return. We'll talk to the Hutter when we return. Pirate Radio Live after this.
Hi, I'm Christy Overton Johnson, and I want to invite you to the Revival of Hope on September 12th and 13th near the Fire Tower on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. We have an incredible international speaker lineup. Their stories prove there is hope no matter what someone has encountered. This free event is open to anyone looking for purpose, identity, and freedom. The Revival of Hope is September 12th and 13th off Fire Tower Road in Winterville. For more information, visit revivalofhope.org.
In Pitt County, everyone's a college student. At every age, at every stage of life, from every part of the county. Their parents and police officers, their nurses who work nights, their hairstylists and handymen. They come from every walk of life, and they're all getting ahead without taking on loads of debt. Continuing education at Pitt Community College, where everyone's a college student.
Yeah. Get your game faces on, Pirates. It's Lindsey Gray with Carolina Caliber. It's time to blast the cannons in the stands and the fields, if you know what I mean. We're flying into Duff season with shotguns galore and shells for days. Don't miss out on Beretta's rebates on 17 different models of long guns and handguns. Get up to $350 back. Get ready for hunting season with the best deals around and the largest selection of firearms and accessories in Eastern NC. Shop online or stop by Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. It's a time-honored tradition.
Capital Subaru of Greenville is transforming your everyday commute into something a little more extraordinary. Subaru was just named 2025's best overall automotive brand by Consumer Reports, and there's never been a better time to drive one home. From the adventure-ready Outback to the sleek and efficient Forester, they got the perfect ride for you. In addition to their great selection of new and used car inventories, the Subaru Service Center is commanded by a team of experts, handpicked for their knowledge, passion, and promise to treat every car as if it's their own. Capital Subaru of Greenville, off Memorial Drive or online at capitalsubaruofgreenville.com.
Pirate fans, the East Carolina football team returns to Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium on Saturday, September 20th to take on nationally ranked BYU. It's family weekend for the Purple and Gold, and tickets are still available. Get yours today by visiting ECUPirates.com or by calling 1-800-DIAL-ECU. It's the Pirates and the Cougars under the lights at Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium. Kickoff is set for 7:30, and we'll see you at the game.
Planning a special event, whether it's a baby shower, bridal luncheon, birthday party, or even a tailgate at Clark LeClaire Stadium, Chicken Salad Chick has you covered. Their fan favorite mini croissant platters is just one of many options to choose from, perfect for any occasion. With a variety of chicken salad flavors, there's something for everyone to enjoy. Let us do the work while you enjoy the event. Delicious, fresh, and served with a smile. Chicken Salad Chick Catering. Make every event memorable. Visit chickensaladchick.com to place your catering order. Just remember, you pick it up and we'll have it ready to go. Chicken Salad Chick, where every event is a little bit tastier.
Ahoy, home hunters! Ready to find the real treasure of Eastern North Carolina? At ENC Pirate Realty Allen Tate, our crew of expert agents will help you chart the course to your dream home without any rough waters.
Whether you're buying, selling, or just looking to drop anchor, we've got the map to real estate gold. ENC Pirate Realty Allen Tate, where X marks the spot, and every home is a hidden gem.
Visit encpiraterealty.com.
We close the deal or someone walks the plank. Right? Call today.
Miss Shirley, play my dad's commercial now.
Okay, Lincoln, you got it.
Looking for the best ride on four wheels? I'm Brian Harris with 360 Golf Carts in Greenville. From parts to sales to service, we've got you covered with E-Z-Go, Club Car, and rugged utility carts ready to roll. Locally owned and operated, we'll even deliver right to you. Come see me on Highway 43, just past D.H. Conley High School, or visit 360golfcarts.com.
360 Golf Carts, pirates supporting pirates. Arr!
This is Coach Blake Carroll for East Carolina football, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
And welcome back in. Pirate Nation, are you in the market for a member-focused local credit union or making a switch from your existing one? Then explore First Flight Credit Union with branches across eastern North Carolina, where all residents are membership eligible. First Flight members experience in-person service, competitive savings, and loan rates. Everything from automobile, boat, and home loans, First Flight has you covered. Stop by one of their local branches today or visit efirstflight.com. First Flight is insured by the NCUA and an equal housing lender. Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both County Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas. Country Mart, fueling you up with some great food and your engines with great gasoline. Now, let's take it back in. Here's Clip.
All right, the best part of waking up, a Country Mart cheese biscuit. Let's head out to the Turner Home Team Live Line. We got Clip Rock, we got Jared Watkins, Will Coates here in the Pirate Radio studios, and Coach Hud, Greg Hudson, joining us on the Turner Home Team Live Line. What's up, Hud?
Hello. You are listening live from South Bend, Indiana.
All right. Are you hanging out with Touchdown Jesus today?
Just had a conversation with him.
Good. Always good to talk to him. Big one this week, which you were rubbing elbows with all the celebs when game day was at College Station last year, right? For this Texas A&M Notre Dame game. This year, it'll be in South Bend. So, Hud, going to be a fun weekend, I would imagine.
Yes, and blood is thicker than water, so I got to, even though I'm here on the home turf, I gotta go gig 'em, or my daughter will disown me.
All right, so still going with the Aggies in this one. Let's talk a little Pirate football. Got a former ECO lineman, Will Coates here, Coach Hud, and Coach Hud part of the Joe Moore Award. So looking at the nation's best O-line. I thought about you when I saw Army go to Manhattan and win. I know you were big on the Black Knights last year. Not week 1 of this year when they lost to Charleston State, but how about that turnaround going and beating Kansas State last week?
Man, they must have done some extra drill work with them on their military stuff in the early morning to get them right, because they were a different group, and TCU's not a joke either. So, you know, they exemplified last year by winning the award every single trait that we look for in the award, and that's, you know, obviously the main reason they won it, but they're a special group, and you got to be special to go to Army anyhow. And Will, the Joe Moore Award, giving it out to the best unit. It's not the best left tackle or the best center. You want to get that in fall camp or even, you know, spring practice, but you probably got to go through the wars before you really get it. So how tough is it to all kind of come together, Will, as an offensive line, as a group?
Honestly, you know, going through my 2 years here at ECU, just everybody clicking and getting on the same page and being able to understand the playbook and what we're trying to do from an offensive standpoint. If everybody can just understand the playbook and click, it makes it a whole lot easier for it to go as a group. And football, you know, the game's going to go as your offensive line goes. Do or die up front for them. So,
and Hud saw some improvements from week 2 to week 1. The opponent was much lesser, Campbell than NC State, but for East Carolina, saw brighter spots, but still had, even after a 56-3 win, Coach Hud, we had calls about the offensive line and wanting to see them play better. So hopefully that'll get better this weekend in Conway, South Carolina against Coastal.
Yeah, it'll get better. Right now, just as an evaluator, not for who I like or anything like that, right now the offensive line play from coast to coast is probably one of the groups that's really not clicking right now. And some of the groups that we thought would be, you know, a top 10 group are not there right now. So I've been around a lot of head coaches. Like this week alone, I've been to Missouri, Kansas State, Nebraska, Iowa State, Iowa, Wisconsin. And I've asked every time I've gone to a different school and been with the head coach, I said, tell me, obviously I'm talking about the O-line, I said, tell me what's different in these last years of the portal about the offensive line in the month of, well, I said the last week of August and early September, the first 3 weeks. you see that the line's even farther behind than they used to be. And I'm getting mostly a yes on that, some agreement. They're just not, with the portal, different guys. If you got a new center and a quarterback and they just met each other, right there is an issue. And, the communication, being in sync, working together, the double team blocks, just, being able to look at a guy and know, hey, that's what he's thinking. That's not even there yet. So there's a lot of improvement to be had, and it's usually going to happen after week 3.
Greg Hudson joining us, Turner Home Team Live Line. Hud saw a reference to the 2008 Pirates by an X account this week, Reddit College Football. They said, is South Florida's start to this season the most impressive 2-0 start for a group of 5 schools since East Carolina in 2008 when the Pirates knocked off Virginia Tech and West Virginia? You got South Florida blowing out Boise and then winning in the Swamp. How about the Bulls? Now they got Miami, Coach Hud. No rest for the weary. But how about the start of the season for South Florida?
I think it's great. It's fun to watch, especially with, they got a pretty new staff there. And so they've obviously got some secret sauce that they're feeding them, and they're playing well. And if they were to pull this off, it'd be one of the best starts ever. And how can you not put them in the top 10 if they start off with 3-0 in that schedule? It can't even be a non-factor. They got to be put in the top 10, and people are going to say, well, they're not the same roster. It doesn't matter, man. They're winning on the field against some big teams.
Hell, put them number 1.
Why not?
They would have the best wins by far of any, collection of teams. So I think 18's too low for them right now.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I don't know if I'd really, I don't know how that would fare well in Columbus, but
they had a decent win, I guess.
I might hold the DNA vote right there in a card.
Hud, let's look at some games. Let's look at some matchups. Clemson is 1-1 and didn't look powerful against Troy in week 2. They go to Atlanta to face 2-0 Georgia Tech. Are you putting Clemson on upset watch this week?
Yes, I am, because there is one group that I think is very well coached, and it's Georgia Tech. Their offensive line coach was at Central Florida when we were back there with the Pirates, and he's doing a great job. Their line's playing really well. I even think I saw them run a trap, which made me jump out of my seat and celebrate for a second. And they're going to be – there's something going on in Greenville or wherever they play in Clemson, because Dabo, I think I heard him say in an interview, I think he mentioned rat poison. And to me, that was a rat poison red flag. So it would not surprise me one bit, knowing what I know about Georgia Tech and their defense also, that it's going to be a heck of a game, in my opinion.
Is Jeep Wade still the O-line coach down at Georgia Tech?
Oh, man. Forgot about that name. Let's take a look. Jeep Wade, former ECU O-line coach. Appears he is still at Georgia Tech.
Yeah.
All right.
And the offensive line coach is real. The head coach was a hell of an offensive line coach. So that's usually that's a good combination. Ferentz has won a lot of football games. He's about to pass Woody Hayes, and he's a hell of a line coach.
Man, I used to like talking to him.
Yeah.
So that's the guy Hud was referring to. Yeah, Hud, you probably didn't even know he was at ECU. It was way after your days. So yeah, we've had him here. By the way, let me give you a shout out. Not a lot of people were taking Mississippi State over Arizona State last week, so I'll give you a shout out on that one.
Thank you very much, and a shout out to David Turner, the D-line coach, and my nephew Nick Barmira is there. He was a kicker there, and after he transferred from UCLA, and he's there and working in operations. So I had a sentimental vote, but I really thought they were playing well, and I knew they loaded up on defense, especially up front in the portal this year.
How in the hell did a guy just run free in that situation, Hud? Usually teams run prevent to their detriment. They like what they do, just blitz everybody. They had a receiver running free with less than 30 seconds left. It was crazy.
I'm calling there was a pocket full of MAs out there somewhere.
Yeah.
I got
absolutely.
Joe,
if it looks bad and if it's that obvious, something's not right.
Yeah. Georgia at Tennessee Saturday 3:30. Who you got?
I'm going to go Rocky Top.
Yes.
I'm going to stick with Rocky Top, and because it's there, and also I just think their offense has a problem for Georgia. You know how good their defense is playing right now, which is not bad, but you know the Tennessee offense is a complete hemorrhoid. Even though I'm not a fan of it, you and I could go block in the hurry up like that. If a guy's not in his stance on defense, I could block.
Yep.
So there's some give and take there, but it's too bad you can't use dead man flop anymore, and you're going to get a penalty or body's length. Their big guys cramping up big time in that stadium.
Which, by the way, y'all didn't do against Tulsa in that championship game, right? No fake injuries there for the Pirates.
My attorney has told me to exercise.
I love this game. Or let's rank.
My attorney is Chancellor Ballard.
Fair enough. Let's rank Vanderbilt after their win against Virginia Tech. Vandy at South Carolina Saturday night. I love this game, Coach Hud. Who you like?
I'm gonna go with South Carolina. I think they're gonna get it all dialed in, and that place is going to be an absolute zoo. Even though that Vanderbilt offense is a pain, I stood on the sideline and watched those guys play last year, beat Texas A&M at home, and it was rocking. And I think they're going to get even righter than they already are down there in Columbia. And Shane Beamer, who I have a ton of respect for, a very good football coach. He's weathered the storm. You know, they had his bags half packed. And he's winning, and he's winning the right way. So I'm going to stick with the Gamecocks.
Yeah, I'm all in on South Carolina this year, man. I like Coach Hud said, I'm big on Shane Beamer. I think he's a heck of a football coach. He's doing some great things down there. That defense looks pretty good. And I said this in the last time I was on. I'm big on Lenore Sellers. I actually played against him in the Shrine Bowl my senior year of high school, and he came in and diced us up. So I picked it. I said Lenore's to win the Heisman. That's what I said, but we'll see.
I'm telling you, that day quarterback in Columbia, when he came by in warm-up, I said, why is a linebacker playing quarterback?
Yeah. Built like Cam Newton.
Oh, my God, he looked good. And he was, the guys from A&M they were bouncing off of him. So it was not fun to watch, but as a football fan, it was fun to watch that guy go. And he hasn't had the start that everybody's got him hyped up to. So they'll get it all right. And, the offense is obviously going to catch up to the things that they're always behind on by this third and fourth game. So I'm sticking with those Gamecocks, like I said.
Hud, we're up against it, but you said you're.
So what?
So I got to go to break.
Oh, okay.
Jonathan won't get rid of you. He'll get rid of me though. So I got to follow the rules. Notre Dame can't start 0-2. They have to win this game Saturday.
Yeah, that'd be a turn to punch bowl right there now, and that would not be good. It is going to be insane there Saturday night. I got to think that their offensive line. Well, first, what they're going to do is you're going to see number 7 have to get a break and tap out because they're going to give him the ball.
Yeah, they better. Yeah.
I think they might have took the P out of the RPO for this game.
RO.
Yeah, they run the ball because that guy's special. I think he's a Heisman candidate, and their offensive line is. There's something about the RPO. That's been another question I've been asking coaches. I'm like, and he'll know this as an offensive lineman. These guys are smart guys up front, the line, and they watch more film than anybody. And they walk up to the line. They are seeing what the quarterback's seeing. And I think offensive linemen, when they see RPO and they know it's a pass, I'm not so sure they're coming off the ball the same, or it just seems a little off a little bit, like they're playing at 80% for some reason. And some guys have agreed with that. So I'm not a fan of the RPO because I don't like to defend it, and I don't think you should be able to block downfield 14 yards and still throw the ball. So.
Will, any thoughts on that?
I definitely agree with that. It looks like it's almost getting blocked at 80%, and I'll say it probably is getting blocked at about 80%. I think there's some people that forget, like, can't go downfield on pass plays, but when you have the RPO, like you said, you get a little bit more cushion, you feel like. So
yeah, man.
And that illegal man downfield penalty bugs me, but Hud, I think you want it called. It should be called even more. You say, right?
Yeah, they've got to dial that in. But that's another thing that you want. From the rules, and the guys on the rules committee probably got more offensive guys than defensive.
Yeah. One more point.
And you know what?
Love the glance routes, don't you, Coach Hud?
A lot of points sell tickets, so
yeah,
it's an occupational hazard on defense, but who cares?
What'd you say, Will?
I say love the glance routes, don't you?
Glance routes.
Oh, yeah, glance. Yeah, glancing. Yeah. No, I thought they just said, well, if you can't block him, just hold him until they call it. That's usually what it is.
Hutter, thank you, man. Always enjoy talking football.
All right. You guys have a good weekend. Go Pirates.
Yes, sir. There is former ECU DC Greg Hudson joining us, part of that Joe Moore Award. Let's take another break. We'll come back. More to go on Pirate Radio Live after this. The stifling heat of summer, the bitter cold of winter. What do they have in common? The extreme temperatures of both force your home's heating and cooling system to work overtime to keep you comfortable. And that can cost you a lot of money. Fortunately, your neighbors at Greenville Utilities have several ways you can save energy. And that means saving you money on your utility bills. Just go to GUC.com and look for ways to save. That's GUC.com.
It's bow time. Sure, you've had a sausage biscuit before, but have you had the smoked sausage biscuit from Bojangles? Well, now is your chance. Juicy, slow-cooked smoked sausage is grilled to perfection and served on a fluffy, made-from-scratch buttermilk biscuit. No one does breakfast like Bojangles, and this smoked sausage biscuit doesn't disappoint. Right now, you can get 2 for just $5. Start your day with this flavor-packed deal while it lasts. It's bow time.
You know that sound? That's the sound of relaxation in a can. Flippo Farms THC seltzers are here. It's time to try something different. Our THC-infused seltzers are crisp, refreshing, and just what you need to take the edge off without taking you out. Whether you're tailgating, grilling out, or just surviving another day of meetings, Flippo Farms seltzers bring chill with zero hangover.
Try a Flippo Farms THC seltzer at Nash Hot Chicken. 21 and older, please drink responsibly.
Hey, bro, weirdest thing is happening at the game. This guy sitting next to me says, "You're our good luck charm." Every time I crack a Bud Light, we score a touchdown. Now his entire family wants to buy me Bud Lights. I think I'm some kind of a football prophet. Talk soon. The team needs me.
Anything for Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Stock up today. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Homeowners can face many challenges throughout this season, but our newest New Blue star, Dixon Williams, is here to slide in and save the day. Have a clog that's hitting a foul ball and nothing seems to be getting through? Dixon's fixing to get you flowing again. Feeling like your HVAC's in a slump? Dixon's sliding in to get your comfort back on track. Are swinging blind in a power outage? Dixon is delivering a power boost. So when problems arise, turn home strikeouts into home runs with New Blue, electric, plumbing, and air.
The very best bagels in Greenville are at Bagel Man. Bagel Man is open every day for breakfast, lunch, and dinner until 8 p.m. If you're a person on the go, place your order ahead of time online at ncbagelman.com. Start your day with a breakfast sandwich or dine in for lunch with a tuna melt, pastrami sandwich, panini, or specialty wrap. And everyone loves Bagel Man's fresh-made desserts and pastries. Bagel Man is where Pirate Nation fuels up for game day or any day. Bagel Man, 1904 Fire Tower Road in Greenville.
When it comes to building or remodeling your home, every detail matters. Hi, this is Kathy Herring with KDL Construction, and we believe great design begins with careful planning and ends with flawless execution. With open communication and a true partnership mindset, we guide you through every step, turning your vision into reality. Our goal, to deliver more than a building project. We create an experience that is seamless, stress-free, and inspiring. Visit KDLConstructionLLC.com to start your transformation today. KDL Construction, your vision, our craft.
We filled the trucks so you'll save big bucks during the Lazy Boy Truckload Sale at Bostic Sugg Furniture. Look for the Lazy Boy truck in our parking lot. It's filled with Lazy Boy furniture at huge savings. Take advantage of big rig discounts of up to 50% off Lazy Boy recliners and motion sofas, Lazy Boy stationary furniture, leather, sectionals, and chairs. But quantities are limited. There's no reorders, no rain checks. So roll in before these savings roll out during the Lazy Boy Truckload Sale at Bostic Sugg Furniture.
This is Keaton Mitchell, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
And welcome back in. If you're cruising around town or headed out for a weekend adventure, make sure you're riding in something you can count on from Capital Subaru of Greenville. These folks aren't just selling cars, they're supporting our community every mile of the way. From brand new Subarus with legendary all-wheel drive to quality pre-owned vehicles, Capital Subaru has your back. Friendly service, no gimmicks, just great deals and even better people. Stop by Capital Subaru of Greenville today or visit capitalofgreenville.com. Capital Subaru, love what you drive. Now, let's take it back in. Here's Clip.
Love talking ball with the boys. Also fun to talk ball with people that know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Like Will Coates and Greg Hudson.
I mean, we know what we're talking about, but we don't know as much as them.
Yeah, fair to say.
That's the non-player in you, Clip.
Okay, Ryan Clark. Man, I used to really like Ryan Clark. What happened to him?
I hated him for so long, and then he was crapping on Justin Herbert last week, and I tweeted out, I was like, hey, I've always been a fan of Ryan Clark. And then he goes after Peter Schrager, and I'm like, well, I liked him for what, 2 days?
Yeah. He now he's just one of those guys that carries a phone in front of his face 24/7.
Yeah.
Jamie said, Clip, did you just bet on Georgia Tech to win? During the MAC segment, I have them as my upset of the week. I don't know if I'm going to put my hard-earned money on it.
But now that it's 3.5, is it even worth it?
Yeah, I liked money line when it was
9.5.
Whatever, yeah. But if I were to play that game, I would money line it and just go with the Jackets. Speaking of jackets, nice jacket.
Hey, shout out to Ellerby, man.
Maxon, we got to go to break like immediately. But before we do, week 3 MAC play of the week is
Bowling Green on the road to
Are you
Liberty.
Falcon kidding me?
I am not kidding you. Bowling Green was on the road at Cincinnati last week, put up a really good fight on the road. Definitely was a lot closer on paper than it seemed, but it's a lot bigger of a difference going on the road and still putting up 20 points on Cincinnati than going on the road and getting pounded by Jackson State, like Liberty just got handed to them.
Mm-hmm.
Liberty on offense looked absolutely atrocious. Their defense looked even worse. They only scored on big, like, desperation plays.
Liberty Bibberty.
Basically.
What's the line?
The line is a 4.5 Liberty favorite right now. I'm going with the Bowling Green spread. The money
Where's
line,
the game?
It is at Liberty.
Okay. We're going Bowling Green plus the points against Liberty.
Yes.
MAC play of the week. Jackson is 2-0 to start the season, and I am tailing and looking to get to 3-0 with Jackson. All right, let's take our break. As we do you have our stocks?
I sure do. It's a great day for the stock market once again. The Dow was up 617 points and closed at $46,108. The NASDAQ was up 157 points and closed at $22,043. The S&P was up 55 points and closed at $6,587. That is your Wells Fargo financial report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. We'll be back with a wrap-up of our show just after this.
Make things happen this year with the new John Deere. In just one visit to Quality Equipment, you'll find the right lawnmower, compact tractor, or Gator UTV that will save you time and money on your next project. Keep things running all season long with the help of our experienced parts and service team. Your new Deere isn't far away. Find current offers and budget-friendly packages at your local Quality Equipment with 36 locations across North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia. Visit QualityEquip.com to get started. That's QualityEquip.com.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of the Pirates in ENC. Open at noon 7 days a week with live music. Come enjoy sports trivia with me, Clip Rock, every Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday, it's live local acoustic night, along with line dancing from 7 to 9 on Wednesday. Thursday, there's a brand new lineup with Singo starting at 8, followed by karaoke with DJ Dog. Ladies and free both Friday and Saturday nights with the best local bands in the area. Finish the weekend with free games and DJ Kid Scene.
Y'all come get bucked up.
Wings Over Greenville just got bold with their new bourbon barbecue flavor. It's a triple threat, sweet, smoky, and smooth. Download the Wings Over app, enjoy the frequent flyer club, earn points, unlock exclusive deals, and redeem for free food. Save your go-to orders, order ahead, and skip the line. First-time app user, get free boneless wings just for signing up. And when you order delivery through the app, you skip the middleman. No extra fees from third-party apps like Uber Eats or DoorDash. And don't forget, use the promo code PIRATE25 for 10% off your meal. So fly smart. Download the Wings Over app today or order now at wingsover.com. Wings Over, they deliver.
Beauty Bar Medi Spa offers non-surgical aesthetics. Our expert team of licensed professionals is dedicated to offering personalized solutions giving you stunning natural-looking results. Fall into beauty with our biggest sale of the year starting September 15th. Enjoy exclusive savings and products including Botox, Xeomin, dermal fillers, laser treatments, hydrofacials, and more. Don't miss out on this incredible sale. September 15th through September 26th. Beauty Bar Medi Spa is located on 1021 Red Banks Road. For more information on all of our services, visit beautybarmedispa.com. Fall into beauty and mark your calendars. Go Pirates!
North Carolina State Parks invites you to enjoy camping your way. With the weather changing, booking your own cabin is the perfect solution for your camping getaway. Reserve campsites or cabins today at Jones Lake, Goose Creek, and Cliffs of the Neuse. Whether you enjoy traditional camping or air-conditioned cabins that can be rented with Wi-Fi, your next adventure can include hiking, beautiful scenery, and sunsets by the campfire. For information on booking a cabin, visit ncparks.gov.
At Flatlands Jessup Insurance Group, our goal is to turn everyone we talk to into a customer for life. It's a fundamental difference between us and other agencies. We aren't trying to just sell you something. We're asking questions to understand your situation so we can find a solution that fits your budget and your needs. It's a partnership aimed at protecting the things that matter most to you, like your family, your health, your assets, and your time. Our customers don't see us as salesmen. They see us as partners in problem solving. See the difference for yourself. Flatlands Jessup Insurance Group, your whole world covered.
Jeff Stein here at Brown & Wood Buick GMC, home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. Right now we have GMC 1500 Elevation 0.9% or $78.50 off. That truck also has $359 lease special. For Buick, we got the all-new Enclave. It's beautiful, it's big, it can handle all of your luggage, kids, towing, anything. Brown & Wood Buick GMC, 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and one goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
University PC Care in Greenville and New Bern has been serving the tech repair needs of Eastern North Carolina since 2006. And as one of the only Apple authorized service providers east of Raleigh, all our technicians are Apple certified, and we only use genuine Apple parts. Your iPhone and Mac warranties are safe with us. Have questions or need service? Call 252-558-1280 or visit us online at universitypccare.com. University PC Care, your one-stop shop for service on everything Apple.
This is Touchdown Tony Collins, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Wrapping it up on a Thursday, September 11th. I'll never forget listening to Howard Stern as it was happening. And I'm glad I was, because it was a very unique perspective sitting in a truck, working in tobacco at the time.
Yeah.
hearing what was happening in New York from a couple blocks away on the Howard Stern show. Definitely an experience I will never forget. Jackson, thank you. Nick, great job. The Silent Assassin. J-Bo, appreciate you.
Appreciate you, C-Bo.
And I appreciate you being here tomorrow for NFL picks.
Absolutely. Wouldn't miss it for the world. Or unless there's a groundbreaking.
What do you think about this? I'm not texting Chandler. It's on him to get his picks in.
Okay.
What do you think about that? Is that me being a butthead?
Yeah.
Or should I say send in your picks?
I would remind him.
Okay. All right.
Be a good friend.
I got it.
It wasn't his choice. He was riding with somebody.
But he could have run with you.
We all have a choice. Yeah. There's two paths you can go by, but in the long run, there's still time to change the road you're on. We will see you Friday, 3 o'clock, all new edition of Pirate Radio Live. For the crew, I'm Clip Rock. Jeff Charles, take us home. Go Commanders!
Have a great night, Eastern Carolina.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation of The Voice